coming out of the old hairpin. Oh no!
JC's going to send it? You bet he is. Oh, look at the Aston, just with the nice little battle here. Carrying huge speed through the crater curve.
Aston runs wide and he's in the grass.
Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Oh, almost side by side through there. Welcome everyone, this is Season 5, Round 3 of the Pro Division. You are watching one of Australia's, if not the pinnacle of console ACC League Racing. This is Race on Oz. My name is Nick and I'm joined by the one and the only Nige Guns. My man Nige, how are you going tonight?
Mate, good Nick. It is great to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We had a very interesting conversation off air, everyone, about time. So we're feeling in like a sort of philosophical kind of, spaced out mood. So if it goes a bit weird tonight, just write it out with us, all right? But I'm excited, Nigel. It's the sprint round. So it's our annual sprint round. Last season it was at Snetterton. So the British DLC had just come out. We decided to go at Snetterton, and it was a cracker of a round, and hopefully we get a repeat of what we had last season. So let's crack on. Let's get into it. Let's have a look first. To go forward, first we must go back, Nige. We need to go see where we've come from to see where we're going. And last round, we're in the wet Hungaroring. I'm kind of glad that's behind us, Nige. What about you? I'm not a big fan of that circuit.
Oh, I love the circuit, but I think everyone is happy for the wetness to pass.
Yes, yeah, I think so. It's we have sunny blue skies here in Port Ricard, the south of France. I wish I was. Wouldn't that be nice to be in the south of France this time of year? It'd be nice. But anyway, back at the Hungaroring, it was Jamie who took out victory. So very, very well earned victory for Bruce Hull Racing in P1. For the Gamesman Racing team, it was Slambo. So those two have battled it out so far. For the wins this season in Pro Division. And for Ignition Control Racing, ICR in the Mercedes HSV with his Mercedes and his first ever podium in Race on Oz, Nige. So fantastic result for him last round and very well deserved. Then for Pagnia Next Level Racing, it was Brent Eagles in P4, Bruce Hull Racing of Adman in the Bentley in P5. For Selby Acoustics Racing, the first member of that team in the Ferrari was Barters. Vic Chan, he had a rough race last time, didn't he, Nige? He had the spin at turn 4. Didn't hit the wall, but very uncharacteristic to see Vic making any mistakes like that.
He was pushing very, very hard and trying to make up for probably a bit of time he lost with some bad choices to his anger management. No, sorry, race strategy. So he
hey, if you want to talk about Zen, Vic Chan is Zen, right? So he doesn't get angry. He just takes it all calmly. So all right. So in P8 for the Selby Acoustics Racing again, someone awesome, K-Man in P9. He was our driver of the day as well last round. So big congratulations to him. Yeah. It was very nice. Yep. He put a nice message on the Discord as well. It was very, very nice. Some very kind words that K-Man said. It was very, very nice to see. And then rounding out the top 10, Pagnia Next Level Racing, Jambon Sickle in P10. So the following 10 after that was Ty Morgo, Bruce, Big Chopper Dog, Burra Dog, Stu Car, Eagle Wind, Sabre Nightclaw. Footnote had a 25-second penalty. Sadudes and JJ Penguin languishing at the back. All right, let's have a look at how the championship is starting to shape up. So we've got 2 rounds in the bag. This graphic is brought to you once again, like the previous graphic, from Andrali. And look at that. It is tight at the top, Nige. 460.
That's what we want.
Yeah, exactly. 465 points to Gamesman Racing Team. Bruce Hull Racing, 457. So only 8 points separates them. And Nige, what is going on? Ignition Control Racing, ICR, 452 points in third position, 13 points off the lead. What have you been saying? What have you been talking about at the ICR crew?
Well, we've been building it up, and we run by the logo. The 67% of all statistics are inaccurate, so you never know, but we're doing very well.
Excellent. That's the sort of leadership that I like from you, Nige. For P&L 441 in fourth. It's just a crazy night already. And P6 is Selby Acoustics Racing on 430 points. Only 35 points from the lead. So it is.
Hang on, it can't be P6. There's only 5 teams.
P5. All right, the colours are putting me off. All right, so that's the champion. That's the drivers' championship situation as it stands at the moment. But GRT doing a fantastic job in P1 there. Only 8 points separating the top 2 and 13 points separating the top 3. And it's very close across the entire field. So we'll look for some nice close racing tonight as well. Also, before we go on, hello to everyone, all our viewers. I see a lot of familiar names in there. Metal Steel is in there. Mr. N. Wilson. Bounty is in there as well. The Hagman. He's there.
Woo.
Pesky. Mitchell Weston, otherwise known as Wheezy Weston, is there. There's just Bear, so I assume that's Team Little Bear.
It is, yep.
Looks like Kamengo's in there as well.
Nice.
So good to have everyone on board, and thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the stream. For any new viewers as well, welcome to RaceOnOz. And we have female and male viewers tonight. Did you know that? We've been checking the analytics. This is a league that does not discriminate for the sexes. Women like sim racing as well. So hello to all the ladies out there as well. All right, so let's have a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. So we'll let it do its thing. This is after Mazzano. So Slambo and Jamie have been right up the top. So that's probably where we'll find them. A lot of green up the top there as well. So that is our Drivers' Championship right now. 2 points, Nige, separate Slambo and Jamie. For Gamesman Racing Team, Slambo is up there. Jamie giving chase. And look at that. One of our fellow commentators, Nige, for Bruce Hall Racing, Adman, on 73 points. And Vic Chan just lurking there, rounding out the top 4 there on 72 points, 9 points off the leader in for ICR as well. What's your perspective on the championship at this stage, Nige?
Drivers, it's a 2-horse race. I know there'll be a lot of guys who will not want to hear that, but unless someone disconnects or someone very consistent has an absolute shocker, it's very, very rare to be making up 6 or 7 points in one round. So unfortunately, or fortunately, we've got a great battle between Slambo and Jamie, and Jamie looking to go for his second driver's title, take it away from Vic. Slambo's looking for his first in the league. So either way, we're in for a good one. But we know that all the champagne is going to get drunk over the team's championship trophy. That is the glory.
Well, we have a very special little bit there, Nige. You didn't even know. We didn't even discuss this beforehand, but we're going to reveal something, and you might have seen in the chat earlier on this evening from Andrali. So that's the championship picture for drivers and teams. Brenticles, Barters, Someone Awesome, so the 2 Selby Acoustics Racing Team boys in there. Jambon Sickle, Burradog, and HSV just rounding out the top 10 there. All right, so let's have a look at the driver of the day. So last week's driver of the day in the Pro Division, we gave it to I Am Slow. He was not slow though. On debut, he held his own. Nige and I discussed after the race, we're the ones who give the driver of the day award, and yeah, on debut we thought he handled it really well. I'm just having a quick look back at his stats. So only one start. He started down in where was it, Nige? I'm just having a look through it. He started down the field anyway, so he did quite well, and he handled himself quite well as well. I'm looking at the wrong stats here for the Pro-Am division. Where are we?
Points off.
Anyway, he did really well on debut, so we thought it was worthy of driver of the day.
It wasn't debut, so that would have been round 2 for I'm Slow.
I started P7, and I think he finished around P7 as well. So, yeah, great result. Good result from him. So, congratulations to I Am Slow. You were awarded your driver of the day. So, congratulations. Now, there's the AM race that was last week as well. So, we are going to award the AM driver of the day as well. I think this might be a little bit of a fan favourite. He's a very active man in the chats, and he has a particular sense of humour, and he's a good dude as well, from what I can tell. I've actually never spoken to him, but I've commentated a lot of his races. Look who it is! It's Team Little Bear. Was last week's AM1 driver of the day. So a massive congratulations to Team Little Bear for taking out the first driver of the day for AM1 for him this season. So massive congratulations to him. Awesome work, Team Little Bear. He's in a Bentley there, but we all know he's where his heart lies. He loves his Honda. He lives, eats and breathes Honda, and he's always spruiking it. And, you know, JJ, I'm sure at some stage has to do a all Honda series as well. So a massive, massive congratulations to Team Little Bear. Well done. Awesome effort to him as well. So congratulations. All right, well, that's kind of all the other stuff out of the way. We're starting in 4 minutes, so we've got to hurry this up. All right, here is the circuit. So we were at Paul Ricard. It's a 5.82 kilometre, 15 turns. Personally, it's one of my favourite circuits. I have had a very good result here in Ruse, actually, and guess who called it? Nige. So we're going to ride with Adman as he takes turn 1, the left-hander. You've got to use a lot of the curve here. Track limits can come into play. Turn 2, the car can get a little bit loose through there as well. To make sure you keep control of that. You want to keep it nice and tight to the left here. Pick your braking point, throw it into turn 3. Once again, using all the curves while keeping it nice and tight there. Look at Adman just being able to steer that car through there. Very pinpoint accuracy. It's a bit of a tricky turn. Turn 6, you've got to be nice and patient on the power. Let the car drift out. You sort of want to just clip the curb as you come up the Mistral straight. So this is a 1.8 kilometre straight. The Formula 1 circuit, they'll have the little chicane in the middle. That is not in this version of circuit racing. So no chicane, it's just a straight 1.8 kilometre blast up the Mistral straight into the flying right-hander, the infamous turn 10 of Signs. So it's a very tricky turn to get right. So braking nice and high down into 5th gear, just down from 6th to 8th. And you've got to be careful, those little sort of flippy things on the side there. Yeah, the track limit slide. Trying to keep the car nice and tight through here, avoiding the sausage curves. It's just the mini sausage curves that are coming through there. And this is turn 12. Keeping it nice and tight. It's getting it all set up for turn 13, which is Village. Village at Silverstone. There's a Village at Paul Ricard as well. Setting it up for the left-hander. This is Latour. Turn 14. We want to keep it nice and tight through here again. Leave it at the last second, turning nice and late for turn 15 from Garage DuPont. Making his way across the line. We get a nice little look back of the car. No one behind him. And I think that was his personal best time in practice this evening. So thank you to Adman for taking us for a lap around the circuit. We're 2 minutes away, boys. So yeah, we will be back. We'll be starting very, very shortly. So let's have a look at top speeds and fuel usage. So you can see there, the Lexus, 283 kilometers an hour, Nige. That's a pretty hefty top speed.
It is. It's a real advantage. All of those top speeds are without a tow. There was no fudging of this data. But yeah, definitely the Rigsy's got the Lexus moving, and he really likes this track. This is one of his favourites. So P7 in practice. It's looking good. So he's the top GRT driver.
Yep. So we'll keep an eye out for him. So the schedule, I thought it was 8:15 to 8:30, but I didn't get the memo that we're starting normal time. So it's 8:30 to 8:45 will be the 15-minute qualifying. We'll have sprint race 1, then sprint race 2 is going to be a reverse grid race of the finishing results of race 1. So we did this in Snetterton last season. It worked pretty well, and yeah, we'll hopefully it goes again. All right, so just quickly look at this. So Umbrelli has been working in the background. I have a big announcement here. Watch the screen. So for this season and this season only right now so far, Beyond Trophies have decided that they will give us 4 trophies, and they will be awarded to the Pro-Am, AM, and one other driver as well. So we're going to have trophies. How cool is that, Nige? That's,
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah, so that's going to be for this season only, and that is a big, massive thank you to Andre who did all the legwork on that, and managed to get that set up for us. So thank you to Beyond Trophies as well. They're in Queensland, so beyondtrophies.com.au. Hit them up on Facebook as well, and they're our trophies. All right. Here we go, Nige. We're about to get started.
And they're off.
Yes.
There's a race on out of the pit lane. I think it's a green machine leading the way. Mate, this is really exciting because this first race tonight is these boys going to be going flat out. No tyre preservation, no issues on fuel. There's no strategy involved because there's no pit stops. So it makes qualifying even more important. So it looks like Vicky Chan is about P5 or P6 in the queue, and he's already getting frustrated behind a blue Ferrari.
Yeah, so look at that. It is it's busier than Burke Street at the moment down there. In saying that though, Burke Street hasn't been that busy for a little while. So
that was a bad pun, dude.
But a lot of cars out on track. Adman for Broussard Racing. Who else do we have? JJ Penguin. He'll be wanting to try and redeem himself, I think, a little bit tonight in the Lamborghini. Might have even changed up his livery a little bit for Games and Racing Team. So, yeah, he didn't go that great at the Hungaroring. We'll see if he can do a little bit better this evening. But yeah, everyone getting out there, and like you said, Nige, it's just let's just go racing tonight. It's going to be just flat out fun and watching everyone just go for it.
Yeah, and it is important to actually get a decent result in race one. Therefore, it makes qualifying just as important, if not more important, than our usual races, because race one is full points, race two is half points. We add the points, and then we've got the overall round winners and everyone in the right pecking order. So, race one, full points.
All right, so I think it is going to be Riggsy who's going to lead us away. So we saw that. No, it isn't. It's going to be one of the Ferraris, I believe. It's going to be Footner. So this is a guy that he jumped up from the Pro-Am division last season. He came in there, dominated. Hasn't had anywhere near the same results as he had in the Pro-Am division last season. So I think he'll be wanting to try and just get a good run on the board tonight, Nige. What do you reckon?
Oh, absolutely. He, I think he'll be aiming for that big W because we know how good he is. I think he probably suffered from a little lack of preparation time, not effort, just prep time for first two races in Pro. But I'm pretty sure that the Ferrari still got a slight track advantage in the BOP at Paul Ricard, and so he is on it. Looks like he's done some really good prep time. The Ferrari's very, very quick. Turn 6, turn 9. Turn 6 and 9 is probably the question mark corners for the Ferrari. Those long, sweeping right-handers, and sometimes it's just difficult to feel when the Ferrari's actually going to start letting go.
Alright, we're riding on board with him now as he's making his way through. This is turn 10 coming through there as well. So he's going to be the first driver to set a lap time, and it's absolutely packed out there right now. I can barely even see all the numbers to see who's coming next. But Footner's going to be the first one to set a time. They were in the 151s, I believe, earlier, low 151. So we'll see if that practice pace.
Oh no, that's a bum steer, mate. If anyone can do a 53 flat, it'll be a miracle.
All right, well, we're about to find out. Do miracles actually happen, Nige? Oh, 155.
It's like time.
Yeah,
they all exist.
Don't get me started. We'll do that after the race, Nige. All right, so where are we? K-Man is coming through. You got Vic Chan is coming through there as well. They're all so close together that I can barely even see all the numbers on the little track monitor through there as well. So plenty of times filtering through. Adman Let's see what he can do. We did the hot lap with him earlier on. Stu is going to make his way through as well. And then we've also got Sadudes. Lukey will be setting a time as well. We'll just follow him. But the top time right now is HSV. So after his podium performance in Budapest, he's up there with a 154.7. It's Vic Chan, Barters, Brenticles and Burrow Dog. That's your top 5 right now. Someone awesome. He's just been trundling around at the back. So he is going to set his first time as well. And we've already gone a third of the qualifying time already. So 15-minute qualifying, 2 30-minute races tonight. Let's see what Someone Awesome can do. Good enough for P13 at the moment. So these boys are going to go around again. And we'll see. Footner must have invalidated his lap, Nige, because he didn't set a time. He was the first one across the line, but he didn't set his time.
Yeah, so that is the other big point on these tracks. We've even had some complaints from the other ranks about turning track limits off. Alas, you can't, which is a good thing, and you just have to know where the limits are. It's like any racetrack in the world. Keep 2 wheels inside the white lines at all times and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? It doesn't matter if it's virtual racing, real racing, drivers are always going to complain about track limits. So
yeah.
Alright, so Footnote goes top of the times at 154.4. So cracking time from him, setting the pace very early on. What about Eagle Wind? This will be his first time that he'll set. He goes P11. Jamie, so last round's race winner. I wonder what he does with the ribbon in qualifying, Nige. If it's just for the race or if it's for qualifying only. Nonetheless, he goes P7, so not a bad time from him. Now, Lukey, he's yet to set his time. So he's one of 3 drivers yet to set a time. Vic Chan's gone the fastest with a 153.9. So they're dipping into the 153s already. As Sadudes is about to cross the line. And he doesn't set a time. So that must have been an invalidated lap for him. Someone Awesome. He's a fair way off the pace. But it might have just been a rough first lap out there as we are approaching the halfway mark of this qualifying session. This is round 3 of season 5. This is the Pro Division Race on Oz. This is the sprint round. So we're doing the qualifying for the first race. Second race will be reverse grid. Someone Awesome still a little bit off the pace there in P18. So he's got a bit of work to do. Brenticles, he's down there in P9 in that McLaren for Pagny and Next Level Racing. Let's see if he can improve on his time. No, he doesn't, so he will remain there for now. So just a quick little refresh. So it's Vic Chan in P1, Footner, P2 Slambo, HSV Barters, that's your top 5. Riggsy, Jamie, K-Man, Brenticles and Burrow. That's your top 10 right now with just over 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. What are your thoughts so far, Nige?
Well, I'm delighted to see Vicky on top. That is a very good lap. Look, in terms of having a banker from your first run, that is very good. And he's trying to stay out of the way, and now he's taking out some brake markers. So he was damned if he do and damned if he don't in that situation. But at least he didn't kill anyone and cause a plane crash on the pit exit.
All right, we don't want to see that. Jamie, he sets himself onto the first row as he goes P2 in that Bruce Hale Racing Mercedes of his. Let's see if Ty Morgo can improve. Not at the moment. Adman, he's down there in 16th in the Bentley, so a little bit low for him. Not used to seeing him down that low in the standings. Still got just under 6.5 minutes to improve on that though. Sadudes still can't quite get a lap time in at the moment, so maybe having difficulty with track limits. Sabre Nightclaw, a newcomer to the league, down there in P12, so not a bad effort from him so far. And just having a quick look through, Brenticles will be the next one to come through. So 6 minutes remaining in qualifying. It is Vic Chan with a 153.9. He's sitting atop of the timetables. He'll be wanting to have a bit of a bounce back round after a not so great one in Budapest at the Hungaria Ring. As Brenticles, he's currently P11, just a second off the pace. Down there in P11, that's where he'll stay for now. what about Stewart comes around the final turn, just crawling all over the the curb of Virage DuPont. Down there in 17th. That's where he will remain for the moment as well. As we're approaching the final 5 minutes of this one, so the time is going to get a little bit more tense. Ticks of the clock will get a little bit louder, and the pressure will start to build. Try and get the best starting position that you can. And Slambo down there in P4 right now. Eagle Wind still P10, and Big Chopper Dog. Him and Lukey are the only two to have not set a time so far. So I'm not too sure if you've seen them struggling with track limits or if you know anything about that, Nige.
Strategy.
Okay. Ty Morgo for Pagnian Next Level Racing. He comes across the line. He'll remain down there in P13. What about Footnote? He's having a good one. Right now, good qualifying session up there in P3. Got Jamie just making his way around through Latour, now into Virage DuPont. It's a tough right-hander, isn't it? It's a low-speed corner right at the end of the lap, obviously. Important to get it right onto the front straight. Currently P2, and that's where he will remain. So his old sparring partner, Vic Chan, those two are sitting at the top with 4 minutes remaining in this 15-minute qualifying session. Getting the grid set for Sprint Race 1 for round 3 of RaceOnOz, the Pro Series.
Yeah, look, this is an incredible track, Nick. There's a lot of corners that are very unusual compared to most of the traditional ones that we all know and love. Long sweeping corners, early braking, late turn-in, late apexes. You can see, especially sectors 1 and 3, if you can open up the corner by, approaching it on a wider entry, you are definitely going to maximize your exit speed. So it's a very, very technical. I know there's a lot of talk on top speeds here, but it's only for Sector 2. It is possible to make up what you lose through Sector 2 in the first and third sectors. But without a doubt, this is the most important qualifying session of the season.
Yeah,
and we've got 3 minutes left, and Vicky Chan is on the pole, the provisional pole.
Yeah.
And he's just invalidated.
Alright, he'll have to have another go at it. I think, who did I see? I saw, is it 301 Slambo? Here we go, so Slambo down there in P4. So he's on the second row of the grid. I see a bit of chat happening. Paulie is in there, so
yay!
Raced in console, but is a PC man now. He's trying to recruit some boys from the console league, but if you don't know,
he's not, mate. What he's doing is he's loitering with intent, because he is the defending champ from this track.
Yes.
Last time we were here, Paulie won it.
So he does make a good point, though. There is a PC league as well for RaceOnOz. So if you are new to RaceOnOz, new to the channel, don't forget, like and subscribe. There is plenty of racing. There's racing on Monday nights now, the PC League, which JJ Penguin does. He's a very busy man, JJ Penguin. That's the PC League. This is the Console League, the premier console league for ACC in Australia. And there's plenty of action on there. There's highlights packages that come. We have a podcast that happens every now and then when I can get the time to do it. Plenty of great stuff. There's single make car series as well. We've had the Porsche Cup, the Camaro Cup. We have the Aston Martin Cup as well. So there's plenty of action to keep you occupied. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel for Sunday, about 1 o'clock. There might be some action on the channel, but we'll stick to the track right now. This is Barters making his way. Oh, Jono Stan is here. How's the golf going, Jono? I haven't been able to participate so far, but I heard it's been pretty popular. But Ty Morgo, so we're in the final minute of qualifying. Ty Morgo's down there in P13. Still Vic Chan in P1. Just having a look at, I think Slambo is about to come across the line. Can he improve from P5?
Oh, Nick, I'm on board with Jamie. He's coming through the second last corner. He's up by exactly the right amount in order to take the pole. So he's got one corner to go. That was a pretty shallow entry. He's lost time out of the last corner. He's going to be about a tenth short.
Still able to better his time, but he will remain there in P2 for now. So it's Vic Chan. Vic Chan is out on the circuit. He's heading up the Mistral Straight as we speak. Riggsy, though, he's coming up the front straight. He's currently P7 in that. Lexus has the top speed advantage tonight. Looks like that's where he's going to start. The clock is gone 000 right now. So the next car's to cross the line. That'll be it for them. The first one's going to be JJ Penguin. So he's down there in P16 for Gamesman Racing Team. Can he improve on that? He can. He goes P11. So good work from him. Not a bad effort. Stewart. He's currently P17, so this is make or break time for him. Where is he going to start on the grid tonight? He's going to start there in P13. What about Vic Chan? So he's got pole position all sewn up pretty much. Jamie is out there. We'll keep an eye on him, but can Vic go any faster? 153.9 is his best time as he takes that ICR Audi through the final turn of Virage DuPont up the front straight. Does he improve on his time? No, he doesn't. But he still has pole position right now. The only man that can unseat him out on the track right now is this man on screen. It's Jamie. It's his old nemesis from Bruce Hall Racing. You might have known him as a River Runs. He changed his username to Jamie. And so far it's been a good change of name. He's had some good luck with it. So he's making his way now through turn 11. Coming around the gentle right-hander of Village now. Carl looks pretty good. Jump on board with him. He's down on his best time by 10th. So
he was actually up by 2.5 tenths in sector 1, and then he lost it all through turn 6. So it's very easy to make these mistakes, push a little too much, but I think he's going to be shy. He is. Yeah. He's bailed out.
Yeah. So congratulations to Vic Chan, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's his first pole position of the season, Nige. So massive congratulations to ICR and Vic Chan taking out pole position. Jamie in P2, so a good result for him. Footner, we've seen him qualify up the front of the field, Nige, but luck hasn't been on his side. So hopefully that can change a little bit for him tonight. Brenticles in P4, then we've got Barters in P5. Slambo, that's probably the furthest back he started this season in P6. HSV with a solid result there in P7. Riggsy, I reckon he'd be pretty happy with P8. K-Man.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even see K-Man on the for qualifying, starting there in P9. Burrow Dog there in P10. That's Adman's son, Lenny. That's his favourite driver, not even his dad. JJ Penguin, he's going to start just outside the top 10 in P11. Then we've got Eagle Wind, so he will start there in P12. Adman, he's going to start down there in P13. Lucky for some, unlucky for others. Jambon Sickle will be right by him in P4, P14. Stewart, he will start from position 15. Sabre Nightclaw, so he's a newcomer to the league. He'll be starting in P16. Ty Morgo from Pegnian Next Level Racing, he will be keeping him company in P17. Sadudes, or Lukey as everyone knows him as, he's in 18th. Someone awesome. He will be starting 19th. And in P20 is Big Chopper Dog for Pagnian Next Level Racing, I do believe.
Nope.
But
ICR.
ICR. All right, sorry. That is our grid. How awesome is it to have 20 cars as well? That's fantastic. What were your thoughts, Nige? That was a great qualifying session.
I'm delighted for Vic. He's got retribution from the last time we raced here. A bungled pit strategy, so it's awesome to see the ICR Audi on the pole. No surprise to see Jamie next to him in the beautiful green AMG. I'm a little surprised that the Lambos, I thought they would have been a little quicker. But Brenticles once again has done an awesome job for PNL in the Macca. And then GRT's up there. It's pretty evenly spaced, I have to say. Yes, it's looking really good.
Yeah, this is a very interesting grid tonight. So some fast guys in there, of course. It's we have the quality and the Just the quality of the drivers in this league is fantastic, and we are all playing for. We're playing for something this year. So this season, sorry. So just a quick little refresh. This is what we are playing for. This is for this season only at this stage. So massive thank you to Beyond Trophies. But this is what we're playing for this season. So winners will be awarded this trophy at the end of the season for the league champions, the different divisions and whatnot. Yeah, fantastic work from Andrali to get all of that sorted out. And a lot of the guys have been doing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff's happening in the background. JJ Penguin is extremely involved. He's involved in all of it. Kamangu and Andrali, they're pumping out the highlights every week. Nige does plenty of stuff. So lots of things happening for the league. Lots of good things as well. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for new stuff coming up. So we're about to get this one started. Do we have any predictions, Nige, of who might take it?
Mate, I'm predicting a huge party when we get 100,000 subscribers. That's my prediction. Massive party.
All right. We'll see what we can do. We are about to get off the grid. So, yes, the trophy video. All right. We'll just get it sorted. They're complaining about the sound, Nige. It's the hardest thing to get right is the sound.
Is it balanced or are we crackly or what's
the trophy
going on?
sound was too much. So we're okay.
Oh, okay.
We're all good.
Okay.
All right. So made their way.
Mate, can I just make a few observations?
You sure can.
Is that Burrow Dog the lead Bentley? No, it's Slambo. I was just about to talk it up, but I got confused because the three GRT, Slambo, Riggsy and Burrow were all behind each other on the left-hand side of the grid as we looked at it, looking back down the pit straight. I got confused that, of course, Riggsy GRT, but he's obviously not in a red livery because he's in the Lexus. But all of the Bentleys, they were in the second half of the grid except for Slambo. So this is the one track that we have really noticed that the Bentley has struggled on. They were lacking in top speed. I rode on board with Slambo for half a dozen laps in the practice session just to see the direction he took with the setup, and he's obviously got the downforce on it because the top speed was not great, and I'd say they've dumped the rear downforce on in order to make it very, very stable through the corners, probably in order to try and follow the quicker cars, and hopefully they'll keep the pressure on and get a magic toe down the straight.
Alright, well the toe is going to come into play as well up that 1.8 kilometre straight tonight, so we'll see that in full effect, I dare say. As they're just, whoa, who is that? 226. That is Brenticles for P&L. Yeah, he's made a little bit of a mistake there on the warm-up lap. Got a little bit too excited on the throttle by the looks of it. He's managed to keep it facing around the right way. So that could have been...
Looks like Vic has taken them around for a very, very quick formation lap. So hopefully to build some pressure up and... oh, no, he's still a couple of corners from home.
Yeah.
I thought they were coming up to the last corner.
All right, so here we go. So just the last couple of corners. They're all going to bunch up side by side. And then all we need to do is just wait for Klaus to give us the green. Then we'll get sprint race 1 underway for round 3.
Yeah,
all
look
right.
at this. They're all bunching up. Everyone's
looks
very
good.
eager to go.
All right, we're just waiting for him. Race start initialized. Here he goes. Race 1, sprint 1 is underway. Let's go racing as they make their way into turn 1. So it's Vic and Jamie going side by side into turn 1. It looks like it's going to be Vic who's going to be able to take the lead. Oh, Jamie's going to fight back, but it doesn't matter though. Vic Chan's managed to hold on to P1 there. Jamie coming in P2. Footner's had a good start as well. So is Brenticles. Looks like Slambo's... Oh, Slambo got hit. Oh, he got a big hit as well. So he's taken out Brenticles on his way through. So I think he got a little... Oh, it's been chaos at the back as well. So we've got a repeat of what we saw last round in Budapest. Cars are spread out everywhere. I think I saw JJ Peng. Oh, look at that. There's a head-on between... Who was that? That's one of the P&L and 444. That is HSV. Oh, no, someone awesome was involved in all of that as well. So it was... I've never seen that before. Two cars... belting head-on into one another, but chaos like we saw at turn 1 at the Hungaroring, and quite a few drivers. I think JJ Penguin was one of them. Yep, he was in the chat earlier on, so perhaps he was trying to chat and drive at the same time. He's going to try and get up the outside. Sorry, he was giving me crap about the sound of the trophies. Oh, who's this? There's a cone going flying, that's jammed on Sickle. So it's been action aplenty. There's a Ferrari off there as well. Is that Burrodog? It is.
Adman's off as well on the exit of Busset. He's rejoining.
There he is, yep. So he's coming back onto the circuit. I think he's just in front of a Ferrari there. I think, oh no, one of the McLarens. I think that was K-Man who was up there. He's dropped all the way down into P19, so he started in P9. He's had a disastrous start to this lap, but this lap has had it all so far. It's only the first lap of this 30-minute race. It's a sprint race. And, oh, Adman! Just a bit of four-wheel drifting there as he was coming through Latour. Didn't turn it around. He's going to be able to rejoin the track, and he's going to be finding himself way down there in the field right towards the back. He's got Ty Morgo coming up on the back of him now. So, lap 1. If that's lap 1, can't imagine what it's going to be like for the rest of them. As at the front though, it's Vic Chan and Jamie who managed to get away, and Footner is joining them. Brenticles, and then we've got Brenticles, Riggsy and Barters with Slambo, the next little sort of foursome there. And they've got another little group of cars with Stu, Sabre, Burrodog and HSV, all sort of quite close to one another right now. As we've only gone 3 minutes, Nige, but we've almost had a whole race worth of action happen in the opening couple of laps.
Look, I was keeping an eye on the action into turn 3, and someone went super late on the brakes with a fully sending a postcard home to Mama, and they made contact. I'm not sure who it was, but they made contact with Slambo, and I know HSV also went around from that initial contact. But we've got several battle packs and action going off everywhere.
All right, well, we're looking at the front right now, and it's Vic Chan.
Contact.
Between who, Nige, quick?
Stu.
Stu. Where are we? Oh, yep. So he's off there. Not too sure who we had contact with. He's got a bit of damage. That bonnet is starting to flap around a little bit.
So, sorry, dude, with the late call, but that happened in the Sin corner. I'm not sure who it was. But, I just saw the cars suddenly facing the right direction and very, very stationary, where they should have been doing about 220 clicks an hour.
Okay. All right. Well, they've got that all sorted out. Sabre Nightclaw, he's down there in P9. He was giving chase to Stewart. So we've got a big pack forming right here. Out in front, though, it is Vic Chan from Jamie from Footner. That's your top 3. Brenticles, Riggsy, Barters, this man on screen, Sabre, Burrodog, HSV, and Stewart. But there's action aplenty happening everywhere all over the circuit. Have a look at this. So this is Barters having a big look at Riggsy as I'm coming through into turn 3 there. So this is the sort of little trio of cars. We've got a couple of drivers in the pits, Nige. Slambo and Adman are in there. And
there are no pit stops tonight, so that is absolutely devastating for them. They obviously had massive damage. And that basically puts 2 of the front runners from GRT and BHR on the very back foot for race 1 here. Riggsy in the tow of Brenticles. This is interesting. This is very interesting. He's going to get there in time.
So we know that he's got the top speed advantage as well. He's going to go up the inside, side by side into signs. He's able to do it as well.
Beautiful. And here comes Sabre. Brenticles is going to get mugged.
Oh,
yeah, look at that.
Yeah, Sabre gets through too. So it's a 2-for-1 deal there. Brenticles has lost out. I think we've seen that happen to him a couple of times this season, losing 2 positions at a time. So unfortunate for him. But Riggsy, he'll be very happy with that. He moves himself up into P4. Barter's into P5, and Brendingles will drop down a couple of spots into P6. So no good for the Pagny Next Level Racing Team driver there. But out in front, have a look at this, Nige. This is what we've been waiting for. Just the opportunity for Footner just to get a bit of fresh air in front of him and show that pace that we saw in the Pro-Am division all last season. And he's hanging with these guys. He's not going anywhere. I was watching his onboard in practice earlier on, and he was really quick, very confident in that Ferrari as well. And he's got his work cut out. He's got two of the fastest guys in the league ahead of him. But he's holding his own right now for Bruce Hart Racing.
Absolutely. Look, this is exactly what we all expected of Footner, that he'd just effortlessly step up to pro and be at the sharp order, and it's only taken him 3 rounds to be there. And this is awesome. This is fantastic. 3 different manufacturers, 2 teams represented in the first 3 positions. But that's a very quick battle pack. It's already 6.9 seconds back to Riggsy in P4. Apologies to Barters. I called it a Sabre in that blue Ferraris, but that is Barters, who's now up to P5 behind Riggsy P4. And then Brenticles and Sabre in the white Bentley. So Sabre now the lead Bentley after Slambo having all those issues on lap 1.
It was a very incident-filled lap 1. We might hear from the stewards. The stewards might be, might have a late night coming up the next couple of nights, I think. This is K-Man. He's lost a lot of positions. 7, in fact. Started P9, down in P16. Got caught up in a couple of the earlier on kerfuffles, if you like. He's chasing down someone awesome in that Bentley for Selby Acoustics Racing. So this is 2 teammates here. No team orders by the looks of things. We'll see how that pans out. Out in front, though, that battle is still nice and close. We might go back to them. This is what we want to see, Nige. We want to see the fast guys at the front battling it out for the lead. And this is your podium right now. Vic Chan for ICR. He's right up the front there, where he's so often found. And Jamie, these two are they're like peanut butter and jelly. They're always together. And you got Footner there, or Cheese and Vegemite. We're in Australian League. Cheese and Vegemite, these two. So have kind of
beer,
beer and chips.
I was going to say beer and snags.
There you go.
This is awesome. These guys are very, very close in pace. 54.8 from Vic and Jamie, 54.9, but everyone else is in the 55s.
All right, keep the times coming, Nige. We're almost a third race distance. This is sprint race number 1. So it's a 30-minute sprint race. The grid was dictated by qualifying. The race 2 grid will be a reverse grid from the finishing positions of race 1. So we've still got plenty of time to go in this one before it's all sorted. But these are the top 3 at the front. And Sadudes gets a drive-through penalty for track limits, Nige. Our first penalty of the night, and we don't often see that in this series of racing. So it's just this track does have a few spots where you can easily invalidate the lap, and he's obviously done it one too many times, and he's been given a penalty for it.
Yep.
Right.
No, it's unfortunate, but I imagine that he'll probably get the drive-through and he'll still come out ahead of Slambo and Addy, so he might not actually lose anything. JJ's just got past Big Chop Chop on that last lap. He was actually, I think there might have been a bit of lag involved, or possibly a redress of some sort if there was some earlier contact, because it looked like Chopper was really letting JJ's Lambo go quite early on the Mistral.
Alright, so we're just on board with Jamie at the moment in P2, the Bruce Hart Racing green Mercedes of his, giving chase to defending champion, the man with number 1 on the car, Vic Chan for ICR. So they come through 1 and 2, the left and right-handed combination there. So, and have a look at Footner. He is not going anywhere, Nige. This is really impressive from him tonight. This is what we've been waiting for, and it's good to see him getting the opportunity to hang with the big boys, to see what he's really made of here, and see if he can step up his game to try and take one of these guys down. And it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think he's up for it.
Yeah, look, he's got incredible pace in the Ferrari, and it's awesome to see him at the sharp end in Pro, where he belongs. And obviously a bit disappointed that Addy and Slambo aren't up there as well. But it's racing, these things happen. And we're looking for our third different winner in 3 races. So yeah, you can't ask for much more than that.
So that Ferrari's got the top speed to go with the Mercedes as well as they make their way through signs as well. Oh, he's having a little bit of a look here. Got to be tough though to get past a driver the caliber of Jamie. Last round's race winner, looking to make it 2 wins in a row.
That's it, and they're teammates, so he'll never be doing something overly aggressive or last minute because obviously there's too much at risk. You know, round 3 on the podium for the first time in Pro, not going to be a bad thing, and I'm sure he would be delighted with that after his previous 2 races. But they've certainly all got very, very good pace, so it's all looking very good for these boys.
Well, Snetterton last season, he won the first race and he went for it in the second race. He had a collision with Kart Dude though, and he was penalised for it, but that was the only race he didn't win for the whole season, was the second reverse grid race, the sprint race at Snetterton. But he gave it a red hot go. He tried his absolute best. I think Vic Chan, I think he might have won the first race, and then him and JJ just sort of sliced their way up through the field to finish quite high up there as well. And I think at River Runs, that's where his championship kind of turned last season.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
In the first race, he had a bit of a. I think he got caught up in an incident. Didn't have a good time of it.
Turn 1. So he's looking very, very close to Vic. AMG's getting there. He's going to have to hurry up though. He just doesn't quite.
Oh, he's going to go for it. Is he going to go for it around the outside?
Oh, and here comes Footner.
Almost made contact there. That was so close, guys.
Is,
oh, here we go. Look at Footner. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've actually had contact with Jamie through that corner last time we raced here. We were on different tyre strategies, and everybody learned a lot out of that because it's a blind corner. Like when you actually get on the brakes, you can't see the apex, and you can bite a chunk of it off. But to go too wide through there takes enormous skill.
All right. Well, you get the feeling that Vic will be hoping. Oh, his Footner, he's taking some different lines through there. Comes right up behind that rear wing of the Mercedes. Can he get a run down the front straight here? Try and maybe send it up the inside of the Mercedes. Not close enough right now. So we're almost halfway through this one. There's been plenty of action on lap 1, but we've focused a lot of the time on the top 3 because this is where the battle is at. That's what we want to see, the top 3 all fighting it out for the win. Vic's got a little bit of breathing room here, but he'll be hoping that these two can get in a bit of a scrap and slow each other down while he can move away. And try and get a little bit closer to victory as we're approaching the halfway mark. Just having a quick scan down the field. I think JJ down there in P13. I don't think that car would be handling at the optimal levels right now. He's got a Bentley behind him. I think that might be a lap car by the looks of it, maybe. Just trying to see who that is exactly. It's one of the BHR Bentleys. It's not Big Chopping Dog. It says K-Man's behind him. Oh, it's Stu. Sorry. I could have just looked at the screen then. 172 gets a drive-through penalty. That's Adman. Oh, he's had a terrible race so far, Nige, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's get back to, this is Barters having a look at Riggsy in the Lexus. So they're down there. Riggsy's in P4. Barters is in P5. This is Gamesman Racing Team versus Selby Acoustics. And Klaus just gives us the signal. We are the halfway mark of sprint race number 1. Barters having a look. Can't get it done through there. Make their way through the village. This is the fight for P4 and P5. We'll do a quick little review of the race right now. It's Vic Chan from Jamie. That's P1, P2. P3 is Footner, following very closely in the Ferrari. These two, Riggsy in P4, Barters in P5. Brenticles up there in P6. Sabre Nightclaw moved himself up into P7. Burrow Dog, P8. HSV having another good run. He's down there in P9, and Jambon Sickle rounds out our top 10. That's the halfway mark. And we've had plenty of action happening on the opening laps and throughout as well, especially the front three. We're focusing right now on Barters and Riggsy. The Lexus has the top speed advantage. But if that Ferrari can just tuck into the slipstream very nicely, might be able to have a look at him up the Mistral Straight, all 1.8 kilometres of it.
Oh, this is incredible. There are some amazing battles. Chopper and Ty are going at it down into turn 3, and Ty's actually just put a move on Chop in the Bentley, so good work from Ty there. And they're closing in on someone who's not too far behind the K-Man.
So the drive-through is being cleared now. Is not quite close enough to launch an attack on there. So we'll skip to the front guys. So Footner still climbing all over the back of that Mercedes. We'll be very familiar with it by the end of this race, which will finish in exactly 13 minutes. So we're over the halfway mark, and these three have barely been separated the entire time. They've cleared right out. They're 10 seconds ahead of the next little pack of cars, which is Riggsy, Barters, Brenticles, Saberclaw, and Burrow Dog's in there as well. HSV's 2 seconds off them. So that little group of four, the awesome foursome, if you like, the quad, they're battling it out for 5, 6, 7, and 8 right now. It's Riggsy ahead of them all at this stage.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome race so far for Riggsy and Burrow, the two leading lights of GRT.
Oh, here we go. Barters sends it up the inside. That was a nice move. Oh, Rigsy's got to fight back there. So maybe Barters ran a little bit wide. That opens up for Brenticles as well. So Barters is going to have to defend pretty hard here. Is he able to retain? No, he isn't. So, oh no, he got a hit from behind then, Barters. I think, did he get a little tap there? I think he did. So it's ended in tears for him. Unfortunately, he's going to drop. He's going to drop right back now, down past 11. Can he get it going? I'm not too sure what's happened there, but he got a little bit of assistance in that little scrap there. That was with Riggsy and Brenticles in there, and Burrow was involved in it also. Unfortunate for Barters, he's dropped all the way down to P14 right now. See where he stops, but unfortunate for him. But this is Footner still hanging with Vic Chan and Jamie. These three can't be separated as we approach the final 11 minutes and 15 seconds of this one. This could go any way, Nige. These top three, it's certainly not decided at this stage.
Mate, I'm a little bit surprised that Jamie hasn't actually let Footner pass, because it looks like, to me, it looks like Footner's got a little bit more pace and he might just be able to have a crack at the Audi. We've certainly seen some evolution of team orders these days where teammates will let their teammates pass, and then if they can't make the position ahead on the next guy, then they'll redo the order as it was for the finishing. Oh, Jamie very close to Vic through turn 1, but of course this is Jamie's opportunity to get a nice points lead in the driver's title from Slambo, so why would he move over?
Well, I was thinking the exact same thing. This is big championship implications right now with Slambo, who is leading from Jamie.
Yep.
And it also opens it up for Vic Chan as well. He was only down there in P4, so this is, if he can take a race victory here, Jamie finishing P2, this is going to make that championship extremely tight. And Footner is still all over the back of Jamie right now as they go up the Mistral Straight one more time. We're in the final 10 minutes, so 2/3 of this race are done. He's got a nice little toe here. He's going to have to go around the outside. Here we go. Yeah. He's going to be able to do it. Can he pull it up in time and get through the corner? Side by side as they approach signs. Footner's going to be able to do it. He's going to have to pull it up. Mr. Cameraman, he keeps up. So that was a nice move. He's got to go try to send it down the inside of Vic Chan. He touches him. He spins him around. He was a little bit too aggressive. He's going to redress the position right now. He was going to go for a 2-for-1 there. He's taking out Vic Chan. Jamie's gone through to the lead. These three were 10 seconds up the road, so it's not going to change their top three finishing positions. I think Footner just got a little bit too greedy there. Tried to get a 2-for-1, take the race lead. Made slight contact with Vic Chan, turned him around, redressed it. Vic Chan will go into P2, Footner in P3. But Jamie, this is manna from heaven for him. He's inherited the lead, and he's been able to skip away. We only have less than 9 minutes remaining. Oh, wow. That was ambitious from Footner. Maybe the adrenaline took over there a little bit, and he just sent it, and he's made contact with Vic. And it's not ruined both of their races, but there could have been a much different result for those two in this race one.
Yes. I guess I'm going to look at the positive, which means that I'm going to focus on Jamie. He lost out P2 to P3, and all of a sudden now he's leading. So awesome for Jamie.
It is good for Jamie. Why are you laughing, Nige? All right, so we are approaching the final. 8 minutes 400 gets a drive-through pen. That's K-Man.
Oh, no. He's gone
Acoustics.
from DOD to dead on arrival.
Yeah, so no good for him. He'll be won't be very happy about that. Brenticles and Rigsy, they're having a nice little battle, these two. They got Burrow Dog in the Ferrari just behind them, and HSV, he's joining them for company as well. So this is down in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. As we're right on board with Brenticles. Can he get the toe of the Lexus? We know that it's got the top speed advantage. Can the McLaren just get a nice little slipstream up the Mistral Straight? 1.8 kilometres of it, 283, 84 clicks. Having a look. Thinks better of it. Cooler heads prevail.
The Lexus just looks so solid. It looks like Ricard actually can get very, very late on the brakes into Sin and still carry corner speed.
I thought he might have made a little mistake there, Rigsy, but he didn't. Cars are very dirty as well. You see a lot of off racing line marbles and whatnot strewn across the track. Strewn across the track. So a lot of debris, but the excitement at the front. It's the jam's certainly been taken out of the donut with that one. It's Jamie. He's 8 seconds up the road from Vic Chan. He's 2.7 up the road from Footner. Closest on-track battle we have right now as we approach the less than 7 minutes remaining is these guys out on circuit. Eagle Wind, he's 6/10 behind JJ, who's managed to work himself up into P9 after the early incident, so not too bad from him right now as well. But yeah.
And HSV closing in on Brenticles and Rigsy, Nick. So they're playing for P4, but it's an awesome battle pack. And then we've got quite a gap back to Jambon.
Alright, cool. So
yeah, really, unfortunately, really sucked a bit of the life out of the race, didn't it?
It did. It was. We're getting excited. Those three have been together for quite a long time. So
ho hum.
It is a bit unfortunate, but nonetheless, we'll see what can happen with the remaining just under 6 minutes left now. As Brenticles, he's behind Rigsy. Burrow Dog is going to want to try and get a piece of this action as well.
Oh, as well HSV. He'll be itching for a chance with 5.5 minutes left. So there's going to be, what's that, three more laps?
Yeah, about that. At the pace that they're doing right now. But Brenticles just can't get close enough to the Lexus of Rigsy for Games and Racing Team to try and launch an attack and make a move. And the stop-go penalty is cleared. I think that was from K-Man.
No, 5-1. The
oh!
Yeah, so that's
Big
Chop
Chopper.
Chop.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think we've had more penalties tonight than we've seen all season so far tonight. So
yeah,
just the nature of the circuit.
There was always going to be a chance of that, considering how hard these guys are pushing, and Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's actually really good racing, and this is closing up even more between Riggsy and Brenticles into turn 1. 4.5 minutes to go.
Oh, Brenticles. You kind of get the feeling he's growing further and further impatient, which Burradog will enjoy, and so will HSV. So those guys will be waiting for any opportunity to pounce. But Brenticle's going to try and get past Riggsy, who's doing a fantastic job of keeping him behind as well. So let's not discount the man in the Lexus right now. He's doing a superb job to keep the rest of these guys behind him. We can see Footner just in the foreground there as well. So that's really, they were quite a ways ahead. Maybe he's, I don't think he had any damage. Anyway, let's have a look at Brenticles. Can he get a good run up the Mistral Straight? Up into 6th gear, climbing above 270 kilometers an hour. Looks like he's got a good toe here, Nige.
Sure does.
Here we go. Close, pulls out.
Oh,
yeah. I think he's been able to do it. Riggs is going to have to go around the long way. Got a little bit loose there on the curb, on the exit. And that's done enough there for Brenticles. So he's been able to take that position away from Riggsy. He fought gallantly, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. So he will swap positions with the Pagny Next Level Racing driver. And he's going to have to defend pretty hard from Burradog as well. So our round 1 driver of the day, we've got 3 minutes remaining. He'll want to get up another position. And HSV will just be, he's watching this from afar right now. Just hoping maybe a crumb falls from the table that he can grab as well. All the points count, especially in a 5-race championship. And we've got less than 3 minutes remaining in this one. And Burra, he's going to have a look now. He's all over the back of the Lexus of Riggsy. He's going to have to defend for his life here. Yeah, it is teammates. Good point, Nige. Throws it through turn 1. It's a nice part of the track
Captain
here.
Captain and co-captain. Yeah, it's I love this track. It's got some pretty subtle up and down elevation changes in Sector 1. Turns 1 and 2 actually, but yeah, I was a little surprised Riggsy didn't defend that earlier into Sin Corner on the last corner.
Sir McSquid makes a very, very good point in the chat, Nige. We have some very eagle-eyed viewers who watch this stream. He was saying that the aero damage from that Footnote had suffered was causing him to slow down a little bit as well. Where was that? There you go. 5 different makes in the top 5. Where was the other one? I thought I saw him say it on there. Yeah, oh, it's Paulie. Sorry, Paulie was saying Footner is falling back with the aero damage. Sorry, it was Paulie, not Sam McSquid. Anyway, eagle-eyed nonetheless. All right, so Riggsy is going to have to defend pretty hard. They'll go one more lap after this one. We haven't heard the call yet from Klaus. This will be the last lap, more than likely. Can they catch Footner? That's going to be the interesting one.
There'll be one more lap after this.
Yeah. So he'll be trying to hold on for dear life, while Burradog is going to do all he can to get past the co-captain. Will we have a captain's call, you reckon, Nige? Let me through. Captain says.
I just would have. I'm just surprised Riggsy didn't defend a little bit more from Brenticles, and we all know that these guys are very, very good mates. But if they get it wrong on this last lap, HSV is sitting there ready to pounce on their red little booties.
And it would be a massive loss of points as well, so it would not be any good for the team. And the team's championship is extremely important as well as the drivers. Oh, he gets very wide there. Through turn 2, he went over the little mini sausage curbs, upset the car a little bit, so HSV just hanging around on the back of these guys right now. Jamie's doing it easy. He's 8.8 seconds up the road ahead of Vic Chan, who's 4.4 ahead of Footner, and Footner's 2.5 seconds ahead of Brendan. You can see Footner just in the foreground there, but this is the
Burra's got to run. Oh, he was a little bit wide through turn 7 then. That was because Riggsy ran wide through 6.
Well, we know the Lexus has the top speed advantage.
And the Ferrari in the tow. Here it comes. Under the bridge. No,
Oh, he's trying to break it. I like it. He's gone defensive. I think he's going to. It's going to be to no avail. So this is a repeat of what we saw earlier.
My money's on HSV.
Oh, here we go. Riggsy's been able to defend there, so Burrow couldn't get it done. They both run very wide through. They almost break the track limit markers there. HSV. Yeah, he's gonna have to rely on a mistake from one of these two at this stage. We'll just Jamie.
He's gonna send it.
Jamie,
HSV's got nothing to lose.
We'll just quickly catch Jamie coming across the line. I'll try and leave it as late as possible. We want to pick up this battle. But well done to Jamie. The ribbon has run, and it's run in P1. Congratulations to him. Vic Chan, what could have been? He could have taken out a race victory if it wasn't for the incident with Footner, which I do dare say will be spoken about after the race. Footner takes P3. Now, this battle that we saw earlier, Brenticles, he takes P4. Riggs is going to get there in P5. Yeah. Burrow Dog and HSV almost got Burrow Dog right at the end there. So that was your top 7. Jump on Sickle for Pagny next level. He's going to come home in P8. So nice result from him. JJ Penguin, he's going to finish there in P9. So not a bad result for him. Started P11. Eagle Wind, didn't really see too much of him this race. He will round out our top 10. So another Pagny next level racing driver. Stu Ty Morgo. Sabre Nightclaw is doing his best Demolition Derby imitation there. Someone awesome. And that's going to be K-Man, Slambo, Adman, Big Chopper Dog, and Barters. But it was this man here. Oh, we can't see him. It was Jamie who took out the race victory in sprint race number 1. K-Man just coming across the line now. Well done to him. Slambo, this is big championship implications, Nige. This is big time. He's lost a lot of points to Jamie's, one of his big championship rivals, as well as Vic Chan. But it's a case of what could have been for Vic. He could have taken that victory. And I dare say he will not be a very happy chappy right now. But that is race 1 in the books. That is sprint race number 1 of round 3. It was Jamie who took home P1. Congratulations to him. I get a photo of that so I can write it down. Vic Chan in P2. Brenticles, Riggsy, Burrow, HSV, Jambon, JJ, and Eagle Wind in round out the top 10. What were your thoughts, Nige?
Yeah, there was some good racing. Unfortunately, definitely took the shine off with the contacts. Just these overly aggressive dives. It's I understand, you know, you're no longer a racing driver. You don't go for a gap. You know, it's one of those things. I just feel like we've been robbed of a bit of action this season so far, and yeah, always advocate for clean racing. So hopefully these guys will learn from their mistakes.
Yep. Let's hope we don't see a repeat of it in race 2. These things do happen in racing, and we've got the stewards, so we'll let the stewards take care of it, and we'll just commentate on the racing. But yeah, we were I think we were robbed there of a really good 3-way battle there towards the end. It's going to be interesting to see how those guys recover and come from the back of the grid in race 2, so which will be starting very, very shortly. I don't have anything to pad it out with, Nige, so we're just going to have to talk about. Let's just quickly go through the results. I'll just writing them all down, and then we'll see who have been some of the big movers and shakers, and who have been some of the big losers as well. Because one of them that I can think of right now, unfortunately, is Slambo down there in P16. So a disastrous result for him. Not a great race 1. As I just finish off the last 2 there. All right, so Jamie went from P2 to P1. Vic Chan went from P1 to P2. So they just reversed positions. Footner stayed in P3. Started P3, finished P3. So did Brenticles. He started P4. That's where he finished. Riggsy, he started P8 and he finished P5. So nice result for him. Barters, he was one of the big losers, Nige. So he's gone from P5 all the way down to P19. So talk about a disastrous result. That's not great in any way you slice it. Slambo, so he was another big loser out of that, unfortunately for him. He started there in P6. He finishes P16. HSV started 7th, finished 7th, so solid. Riggsy, yeah, as I mentioned, from P8 to P5. K-Man, he dropped from P9 all the way down into P15, so not a great result there for the Selby Acoustics Racing driver. Burra Dog, he had a good race. He moved up, Nige. He moved from P10 to P6. So good work for him.
Oh, 3 of the top GRT drivers in the top 10, and Slambo making it back to 16. So even though that's a terrible result for Slambo, very good result for GRT race 1.
Eagle Wind, he started P12. He finished P10, so good work from him. Adman, he started P13. He finished P17, so not a great race there for the Bruce Hull Racing driver. Jambon Sickle, he started in P14, Nige. He finished P8. Good work from Jambon. That's a good result for him. Stewart, he started in P15. He finished P11, so he moved up 4 spots. Good work, Stu. Sabre Nightclaw, he started in P16. He finished in P13 as they'll do their warm-up lap. They're going to sort out the grid so they'll know where they need to go, and then we'll get this one underway. Ty Morgo, he started P17. He finished P12, so he moved up 5 spots. Nice work, Ty Morgo. Sadudes, Lukey, he started in P18. Oh, he didn't have a good race, Nige. He finished last. That's not good.
No, but he had the opportunity to be on pole for race 2, and he's not on the grid, so we're actually missing 2 drivers, which is disappointing.
Oh, so we've had maybe some connection issues there. Someone awesome. He started 19th, finished 14th. And Big Chop, he started P20, and unfortunately he only finished P18. So not a great result for him for the ICR driver. So, all right, well, they're going to do their warm-up lap, if you like, where they'll get everything sorted. They'll sort themselves. They'll do a warm-up lap, then they'll get into position, and then we'll get race 2 underway. And yeah, we're going to see the fast guys at the back. The guys who weren't as fast in race 1, they're going to start at the front. We just lost another one, Nige. That's 3 we've lost so far.
Yep.
Maybe they didn't get the memo that it's a 2-race sprint tonight.
Yeah, this is disappointing for whatever reasons, whether it's technical or, teamies are just not taking care of each other to knowing what the rules are in order to maximise all the points.
Yeah, well, we've talked about it a few times that every point counts. 5-race championship. It's not just the drivers' championship either. It is for the teams as well. So maybe they'll. No! We're going out, Nige.
Say goodbye to Hollywood.
All right. Well, I need to get one of those technical difficulty.
No, this is a chance for everybody to get back into the room and actually go racing. So whether you had a bad race 1 or not, get back in the room.
Oh, hang on, Nige.
Get racing.
I've got a rules a rules clarification here. Bounty says if we lost 3 due to connection issues, the rules state a restart. So there you go. Right.
Yep, we just need to get messages to everyone concerned to get back into the room, and then we can get on with racing.
Alright, it was JJ was one of the drivers that left there. So, alright, well, hopefully we can get the lobby back up ASAP. And then we'll go racing again. So, this is just all part of it. This is sim racing. Alright, so we'll just wait. Maybe what we can do is, can I play a little bit of,
yeah, lounge jazz tunes.
I don't know.
Tell us a joke, Nick.
I'll tell you a joke. I'm not good at jokes. How's everyone been going anyway? How are we all? I see you in the chat. I hope you're all well. If you're in Melbourne like me, I hope you've been getting out. I know I have. What have we got going on in the chat? There's a lot of people in there, so where did I pick it up? Sir McSquid. Who is Sir McSquid, Nige? Is he one of the AM drivers? Haggis was
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, there you go. So
No, Squiddy's no stranger. Hasn't been on my team and haven't had chats with him. But no, Squiddy's been around. Full respect.
all right. Well, this is actually, Paulie says it's a chance for a pee break. It is. So everyone, if you you want to have a drink, whether it's an alcoholic beverage or a coffee or a tea, whatever is your liking, we will hopefully be back shortly. I'm just trying to see if there is if there's a lobby up. Oh, there is a lobby up. Here we go, Nige. All right. So
Oh, that's right. We've got to rejoin, don't we?
it would help.
Uh,
Alright, here we go.
You don't think I'm Jedi enough to do it all distance?
Look, no, just no.
Oh, I love that space when people hesitate.
Mr. N. Wilson had a message retracted. I wonder what that's about. Anyway.
Oh, more controversy.
Alright, so we're back in the lobby. We've got a lobby up. We've got 18 in there right now. We're back on the circuit. 18 is in there. So hopefully we can get all 20 again, and then we'll get this one underway. So we shouldn't be too far away. It's they have the 5-minute practice session anyway. So we've got just over 3 minutes left of that anyway. Bounty also just the hashtag the podium as well. So check out his website. It is fantastic. Haggis. Good idea is if I need the... What are you drinking tonight, Haggis? Let us know. That would be nice. Mr. N. Wilson said he deleted his awesome joke. All right, we'll have to take your word for it on that one.
Touche. Too good for the crowd, eh?
We've got 19... Well, he was telling the jokes, Nige. I didn't have a joke, so he tried to step up. Thanks, Mr. N. Wilson. What have we got? We've got 19 back, Nige. That's pretty good. That's good. And then also... The hot lap next week, it's going to be my man Bounty. He sent me in a video. He was very enthusiastic about it, so that'll be next week's hot lap. Oh yeah, Bruce, hit that like button. We got 13 likes tonight, Nige. I think that might be our PB, 13 likes in one night. That's pretty good. Thank you everyone who liked the stream. Also, don't forget there is so much action on the RaceOnOz YouTube channel, RooseTube if you like. We've got Pro-Am every Tuesday night. We've got the AM, which is commentated by Adman and Jamie. Some really insightful stuff from those guys. JJ Penguin commentates the PC League on Monday nights. We've got highlights packages. There's one make series, little short 3-race series on there. It's fantastic. There's a lot of stuff happening on there. It's a great community as well. So if you're just watching and you're thinking about joining, you can join via Discord as well. JJ Penguin will be able to take care of you with all that sort of stuff. And it's just a great community to be a part of. And it's the premier ACC console league in Australia. And some very fast, seriously fast dudes in here. And Nige, we've got 20 drivers back. There you go. Are you a bit happy? Are you a bit happier now, Nige? I was feeling a bit of anger from you earlier.
Look, I just know that there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of practice that goes into it, and when, irrespective of, like, no one's ever doing anything malicious, but just when guys miss out and it goes pear-shaped, you feel bad for guys, and especially sprint race. You know, so the whole idea is that we do get a second go at it, and if you've had a shocker, you actually get to start up the front, so just go racing for half an hour with the best guys in the league. This is the pro division. I just want to see really good racing.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll... Bounty's doing jokes in the chat now as well. Hopefully we'll see some good, clean racing. Also, don't forget your overtakes of the season as well. Nige, how's it going? I noticed there was a few more submissions in the Discord as well. So... have a look at that, guys. We're going to do a overtake of the season. We're doing MVP voting as well, the 3-2-1 voting system. There's going to be the driver of the series as well. We're doing driver of the day awards. So lots of stuff happening here at RaceOnOz. If you want to be a part of it, just contact through the Discord as well. But yeah, there's actually like 3 nights a week at the moment. At least Mondays and Tuesdays. And then sometimes we do the One Cup series as well. And I'm pretty sure, Nige, that if you get driver of the day, like Team Little Bear, surely that gives you some sort of pull in terms of you can sway the if they do an all Honda series as well. So maybe you'll need to have a quick chat to JJ about that. But this is where we're at, everyone. They're on the grid, and they'll do their warm-up lap. They'll set the grid, and then it's all been done, Nige, I think. No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. Okay.
Yeah, and there's actually a technical issue going on because they will have to do the formation lap in the current formation, and then they'll do another formation lap, but we will obviously lose that time from the 30 minutes race. So there are a few technical issues going on at the moment. Yeah, it is one of those unfortunate things that we actually can't pre-program a grid order, but it's a Photoshop moment for K-Man. He's on the pole.
Hey, it's not outside the realms of possibility for K-Man. Have you seen some of the jokes that's going on in the chat right now, Nige? Nige, why did the bike fall over?
Oh, I'm not sure, mate. Hit me.
It was too tired. Here's another. That was Mr. N. Wilson. That was the awesome joke that he retracted. What about this one? This one's from Bounty Nige. Did you hear about the actor who fell through the floorboards? He was just going through a stage. There's some classic dad jokes right there. What else? Oh, hang on. No, Nige, wrong. We get into position on this lap. Okay, cool. All right. Oh,
really? Oh, look. I'm sorry. I've lost the plot. Jesus. I don't know the formation procedures.
JJ Penguin giving you instructions in the chat there, Nige. Maybe we should give him some driving instructions. Start at P11, finish where do you finish? P9. So maybe we should tell him to do a little bit better in the race. What do you reckon? Anyway.
No, I'm glad that he's enjoying the show as he's driving.
All right, so we're going to get into position this lap as mentioned. So it's a long lap. It's a 5.82 kilometer lap. So plenty of time to get themselves sorted. Oh, and there we go. That sucks. All right, so we're going to have to
Take 3.
A lobby reset. This is just the pitfalls of sim racing. Thought that we padded it out pretty good. Well, it gives time for everyone else to submit their dad jokes while we get this sorted. At least we know, Nige. At least we know that that's what they're doing on the next one.
Right. I'd say there's a few people probably still coming down from their adrenaline levels. Race 1.
Well, I saw K-Man. The car in the pits was K-Man. I don't know what happened with that. So that's what JJ's putting in the chat. Nige, we're at 19 likes. Can we get to 20 likes? Surely we can get to 20 likes tonight. Surely. This is our most liked stream ever, Nige. How good is that?
Yeah.
Doesn't get much.
Is awesome.
Doesn't get much better than that for a Tuesday night. All right, so let's see if this is going to work now. Here we go.
Here we go. That sounded promising.
Well, we've got the lobby, so you should be doing the same, Nige. You should be trying to get in there.
Good place to start.
Okay, confirm that. Okay, so hopefully... All right, there we go, Nige. 21. Thank you, everyone. 21 likes, Nige. How good is that? 22 likes. Mate, wow.
It's all you have to do is ask. And if that doesn't work, just go for a bit of coercion. We've seen how successful those tactics are.
All right, so looks like there's 17 in there right now. Do apologise, everyone. This is sim racing, right? This is just what happens. So hopefully this is take 3 and 24 likes. Look at that, Nige. Bruce is counting them for us at the moment. Thank you, everyone. So generous. All right, so 19 in the lobby now. 20. There we go. Everyone's come back.
Yeah, good. That's what we want. Shout out to Bruce for the Honda data. That was the last minute that we needed to get all the facts and get up to date tonight's proceedings. And obviously he'll be around next week in the Pro-Am race in the Honda. So looking forward to that.
Who was that? Who did you mention, Nige?
Bruce.
Bruce, yes. Yeah. There was fantastic data that came back for the fuel usage and for the top speed. So thank you very much to Bruce there and everyone for submitting your dad jokes as well. So less than 3 minutes. So it's obviously the 5-minute practice lobby. So you're not missing anything on the screen. It's just cars sitting in a pit. So not missing too much there. Who's Daz? Daz 8881 ACC. If I owned a DeLorean, I'd probably only drive it from time to time. That's not bad.
Oh, that's a ripper.
That's not bad. Who's Daz 8881 ACC? Nige, who's that?
Daz. I'm not sure who that is. We've got a few Dazes. So Sparky is also known as Daz.
Okay.
We've got a Daz who's also known as Daz. Yeah, I can't actually sort that one out for you, but would you believe it or not, I actually saw a DeLorean on the road about 3 days ago.
Did you really? Whereabouts?
Driving around on the northern beaches in Sydney. So I don't know who the hell that was. Like, how many DeLoreans are actually out there?
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine
there's unmistakable.
Well, I wouldn't imagine there'd be too many out there in the world, let alone in Australia, in the northern beaches of Sydney. So
exactly.
90 seconds, everyone. 90 seconds, sorry, just to let you know.
It was coming straight towards me. I was in shock. Like, I wasn't sure exactly. I knew what I was looking at, but it was a very surreal thing, so I didn't even get to check and see out if it was a right-hand drive, left-hand drive. It was just like, holy moly, that was a DeLorean.
I've got confirmation, Nige. So, Daz, it's AM Daz. Daz races Project Cars. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. So, welcome, Daz.
Yeah, totally.
I hope Project Cars is going well. That's a good game as well, Project Cars. We've got less than a minute to go, guys. So, we're almost there. Yeah, welcome, Daz. There's one DeLorean in Victoria also, Nige. Bounty is confirming for you too, so...
Yeah, right. Wow. You got to wonder how often those cars get driven.
Oh, Nige. 28. Thanks, John O'Stan, who just let us know that we're up to 28 likes, Nige. This is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, less than 30 seconds to go. This is the scene that we have, so... fingers crossed we can get this going. We've got all 20 cars back, which is fantastic. They will do their they'll go on the warm-up lap where they'll get all the positions sorted. There's the 2-minute warning again, and then we'll get race 2 underway, and it's going to be the reverse grid sprint race. So this is going to be good fun. And yeah, I remember Snedden round the race 2 last season. That was... Oh, Sandeezy, my man. How are you going? Welcome. Sandeezy, another league that I commentate on. He does... he drives in like 20 different leagues, Sandeezy. So good to see you, my friend. I will see you on Thursday night as well. But yeah, it was the sprint race 2. I'm just trying to pull up the stats from that race while we're just waiting for the clock to tick down. So, Season 4 Pro. So, I'll just have a look at that. So, Snedden race 1 was Vic Chan who took out victory. JJ Penguin was P2. K-Man was P3. And then in race 2, Slambo was P1. Barters was P2. And a man who's watching tonight, Wheezy Weston, he was P3. So, that was the top 3. Just having a look at kind of how it all panned out. Yeah, that was where Jamie's season kind of it turned for him, unfortunately. P7 in race 1, and then he came home in P17 in race 2. So Snedden does not bring back good memories for him, but the sprint round this season, it's going to perfection for him right now.
20 seconds.
Oh, there is a rumour that Sandeezy may make an appearance at Roos. Well, he races in every other league around, so I would not be surprised. You can, if you want, you can check him out as well as me. I'll commentate the another league as well. I'll give it a plug. It's OSRL on Twitch. It's Formula One, so it may not be to everyone's liking, but some cracking drivers in there, and you listen to yours truly as well. All right, here we go, boys. Oh, geez, they're off like a shot, aren't they?
It's a good thing ghosting's on.
Yes. Could have been a demolition derby in there. But we're looking good here. So they're going to redress all the positions, and then we'll get race 2 underway. What are your thoughts, Nigel? Are we thinking of any dark horses here? Who's going to start at the front of the field? It's going to be Sadudes, Barters, Big Chopper. Adman's going to be fast up there. Slambo's going to be fast as well.
Yeah.
I think
so. Obviously, those boys having a bit of a shocker in race 1, they are now well positioned for a good result in race 2. But I think we're all going to be very, very curious as to the progress of Jamie and Vic from the last row of the grid. It's unusual for them to be starting back there, but it's fun. It'll be interesting to see if guys have made any setup changes to deal with a little bit more aero wash now that they're further back in the pack. But same thing, 30 minutes, track limits. Obviously getting a very good start is important.
Oh, Nige, we're up to 30 likes. How good is that? Thank you, everyone. So generous. All right. Well, I hope the racing in race 2 can live up to the number of likes. We're very, very, very grateful. Thank you very much for everyone. All right. So they're sorting themselves out. I'm thinking guys like Adman, Slambo. Keep your eye on Ty Morgo and Eaglewin. Those guys, sneaky fast. We'll see if they can get themselves up into podium contention. Big Chopper Dog, he's in the pits. Why are you in the pits, Big Chopper? What's happening? I hope that doesn't force another lobby reset. Let's hope not. But yes, dudes coming through. They're going to have to get a bit of a wriggle on here, Nige, and get themselves all sorted.
Yeah.
Before we get going, there's not much longer left in this lap to do so.
I'm not sure whether someone's out of position besides Chopper Dog, and therefore someone is actually confused. But no, it looks okay to me.
Okay, yeah, they've got themselves. They've kind of got it together. Here we go. So we're going through the final turn now. It's going to be Sadudes and Barters on the front row. They've got to have Adman and Slambo right behind him. So this is no, we're so close. We're so close.
Someone pulled the plug. That was very abrupt.
So close, Nige. So close. All right.
Mate, we're hitting all-time highs with the jackpot and the lucky dips, and so we're just gonna keep riding it. Talk to the crew, talk to the chat, throw it to the chat, dude. Get them involved.
All right. So poorly, the bad Bentley will get eaten down the straight. Yeah. All right. Let's hope we can get to that stage right now. All right. Here we go. So, all right, just bear with us, everyone. Do apologise. This is just. I remember it was a couple of seasons ago, the finale at Spa, the Enduro. I think it took 5 restarts to get it going. I'm not suggesting that's what it's going to take tonight, but fingers crossed it doesn't take that too many. What do we take? That's 3 times we've tried. Anyway, we'll be okay. We'll be all right. It will all happen. It's getting a little bit late though, Nige. It's 5 to 10. My bedtime is not far away. I need my beauty sleep. So,
that was a good joke. I'm not going there.
Believe me, I need everything I can get. All right, so we're going to have the little 5-minute warning, 5-minute sort of little practice session again. Fiona Francois, throw some dad jokes. I don't have dad jokes. Maybe Fiona can throw some dad jokes. We've got one of our female viewers. Thank you, Fiona. We are open to everyone here at RaceOnOz. Dad jokes. Do you have any dad jokes, Nige?
No, not a dad.
Well, why did the buffalo say hi to his son when he went to school? Bison. Get it? Bison?
Bison.
Hey.
Oh, yum.
Oh,
You're not the only one displeased. We've got a few whingers from New Zealand saying it's midnight. Let's get on with it.
we do apologise, but it's good to
Yeah.
know that we've got a global audience. Nige, speaking of global audiences, keep an eye out. Sunday, about 1 o'clock, for the Ruse Network. We might have some visitors on the Ruse Network on Sunday afternoon, about 1 o'clock. We'll keep you posted. But yeah, it's looking pretty likely there'll be some racing, and apparently there'll be some pretty good hard and fast racing as well. So even better for a nice Sunday afternoon. All right, so we've got less than 3 minutes remaining in this little practice session before we'll get back out there and hopefully grid up. So HSV says his back's getting sore. Yeah, I think we might all be experiencing a little bit of discomfort right now. Nige. How do trees get online?
You got me. Don't know.
They just log on. That was Bounty.
They log on.
Yeah.
Log on.
There we go.
Oh my lord. I'll definitely bring a 6-pack to the barbecue.
Alright, so 2 minutes. Can't really come fast enough right now. Hopefully we get underway. This will be good. What else can we go over that we haven't been over already, Nige? I don't want to play the trophy video again because it's a little bit too loud. But yeah, just keeping in mind that it's the MVP voting, driver of the day awards that we're doing. There's going to be an end of season awards again, overtake of the season, championship trophies, physical championship trophies will be given out as well. Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. So we're 90 seconds away from getting this one started. Nige.
I'm in.
2 guys walked into a bar. The third one ducked.
Yep.
I don't get that one. Two guys walked into a bar. The third one ducked.
Walked into a bar.
Oh, bang! God, look at that. It's getting late for me, Nige. All right, so it's starting to come through thick and fast now. So a minute remaining in this little 5-minute practice session. Then we'll grid up for 2 minutes. They'll do the formation lap, and fingers crossed.
Sorry, dude. I was just going to say we weren't going to run into any Dave Chappelle controversies with our jokes.
No, we'll stay right away from that, Nige.
Really?
This is a family-friendly broadcast. We just won't touch it. All right, 35 seconds away. I might as well put it up on the screen. Throw in your predictions, guys. I know we're doing the dad jokes at the moment, but throw in your predictions. Who do you think might come from the back? Who can take this one out? We're going to have Jamie Vic Chan at the back. Footner is going to be down there. Brenticles, Riggsy, Burra, HSV, Jambon, JJ's here, Dark Horse. Who could do it from the front though? Slambo, Adman, they're going to be up the front. 2 fast drivers. Maybe K-Man. We'll see. Well, here we go. Team Little Bear, what do you call a fish in a suit? He's leaving us on edge right now. We'll have to wait for the punchline to come through. Here we go. Bounty says Slambo will win this one. All right. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, come on, mate. You can do better than that.
Paulie is tipping Barters as well.
Yep. 2 safe bets.
What do we got here? Haggis with... Oh, here we go. We finally got the punchline to the... What do you call a fish in a suit? So sophisticated. That's not bad, Nige. If you're still there, where are you? Where have you gone, Nige? We can't lose you as well. Alright, just bear with us. Oh, here
Sorry,
he goes.
mate.
He's back.
I laughed so hard I knocked my headset off.
All right. Don't tell Team Little Bear that. He won't be able to fit his head through the door. Driver of the day, and making you
Joke of the year.
Yeah, making you laugh hysterically. So, all right, we're about to go away on the
30 seconds.
formation lap to get themselves sorted for the grid. And fingers crossed, touch woods, cross your fingers, cross your legs, cross your toes, cross everything that we get this thing underway and that we won't have any more delays. And we'll finally get to see race 2 get started.
10 seconds.
Here we go. All right, so they'll have to. K-Man's at the front again. Why is I know Barters is at the front. I was going to say, why is K-Man always at the front there? But yeah, hopefully they don't get anyone going in the pits or anything. It's all ghosting, so they make their way off the grid.
And they're off. It's a great start from Vic.
It's been a strange night, so maybe it's a full moon or something tonight. I don't know.
I think there's just something that happens on sprint rounds. I think there's just something, everyone's DNA slightly alters and they chameleon towards some sort of go fast apex predator rather than enduro style that we're normally doing. But it's been exciting.
Yeah, well, lap 1 of the last race, like we saw last round in Hungary, both rounds actually, both divisions, Pro and Pro-Am, we saw very similar results at turn 1. Yeah, and hopefully we don't get a repeat of that. Hopefully we get a clean getaway and we get some nice, clean, competitive, hard racing for race 2. The sprint race, this is round 3, RaceOnOz Pro Series. My name is Nick and I'm joined by Nige. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. I hope you've been enjoying the dad jokes as well in the chat. They've been coming thick and fast, but they were all just to fill some time, and hopefully we can do away with the dad jokes and we can start watching some good racing from these guys. Just all sorting themselves out. I guess if you're watching it on delay, Nige, the advantage is you would have just been able to fast forward all of this, and magically here you are, and they're doing the formation, and you've not missed a beat.
Yeah, and to those who have stuck it out because they love our product or you've got someone invested, thanks for sticking around. We are live here in France via Mama's basement and garages all over Australia. Nah, this should be good.
Andrelli saying he'll have to make 2 highlight packages for this one, which can be found on RooseTube. Plenty of stuff on there. He puts out some good stuff as well. Andrelli and Kamangu, they do a fantastic job of doing it every week. All right, here we go. So they've managed to get around pretty quick here, and it looks like they've done a relatively good job of it as well. And we are not far away from making through the final turns to get race 2, the sprint round, round 3 underway. The reverse grid. It's always exciting to see faster guys come up from the back.
Yeah, it's a good challenge this. I know that it's something that was done a little bit more social races where the quick guys come through from the back.
Yeah.
But it's a good chance for everyone to go through something different.
All right, here we go. So Barters and Sadud should be leading the way on the front row. 19 cars, so we've lost one. Race start initialised. There's Klaus. Let's go racing. Sprint race number 2 is underway. Looks like everyone manages to get a nice start there. It looks like Barters is taking the lead. Sadud's going to come in second there. Slambo in P3. Adman is up there as well as they make their way through turn 1. Looks like everyone's managed to get through cleanly so far. Don't see any cars turned around, so a nice clean start to this one.
There they go. 2 off, 3 off, 4 off.
Whereabouts? Oh, look at that. That was 210. That is... Oh, Vic Chan just manages to get out of the way of that. I see a P... Oh, that was one of the... Oh, Sadudes is in there as well. Oh, I was going to say Slambo hasn't dropped down. Oh, Vic Chan down the bottom of the timing screen is just freaking out right now, but it looks like Adman was the one who was turned around. It was a BHR Bentley, and it was him, unfortunately. So he's had a rough start to both races, as Jamie already trying to make ground on Footner. This is going to be the battle that they looked at in the first race here. It's Eagle Wind trying to defend the Ferrari as they go up the Mistral Straight for the first time for race 2. He's got a good run on him. Is he going to be able to go side by side? Will he be able to get it done? Yes, he does. So a little bit cleaner than what we saw in race 1 from Footner. He's able to take Eagle Wind for position there, and Jamie and Vic Chan, they'll want to try and just drag each other through, up through the field. Just use each other to advantage as they make their way up. But Bartis is going to lead him around on lap 1. This man here, Slambo, he's in P3, and Saduds looks like he's dropped a position. So Slambo's able to take P2 right now. It was easy work for our championship leader and race winner already from round 1. And he makes his way up the front straight. So it's Bartis from Slambo, from Saduds. Sabre Nightclaw is in there as well. So is Stewart. He's being chased down by HSV as they come up into turn 1. The left-hander. Can HSV send it? Oh, no, he can't. So he just pulls out of that at the last moment. Looks like everyone's managed to get away relatively all right. JJ Penguin up there in P9. He's got Footner behind him. We've got someone awesome in the pits. So unfortunately for the Selby Acoustics Racing driver, he's in the pits, and that will be his race pretty well done, and dragging all the way around the back. Unfortunately, that was one of the other P&L guys as well. That wasn't Adman. Was it Jambon Sickle who was having a bit of a moment? It's Ty Morgo. So I don't know did you catch what happened to Ty Morgo, Nige?
No, mate. There's so much happening. I'm pretty sure it was Jambon in the Bentley that caught out on this lap in turn 6. So Jamie's got a run on him. Oh, not enough. So the Bentley, wow, the AMG didn't have enough in the toe to get past Jambon. Wow, that really surprises me.
So he's following through signs here.
Yep, and Vic is right on Jamie once more. So once again, we have had absolute carnage at the beginning of the pro race. They did it beautifully in round 1, and since then, it's been a disaster.
Yeah.
It really has. So, yeah, unfortunately, guys just need to, obviously do more practice with this group of fellas so that you know who you're racing against, but it's not good.
Well, Burrow's gone, so we've lost one already. Someone awesome and Ty Morgo, they're both in the pits. HSV, fresh off his first podium position from the second round at the Hungaroring in the wet. He might fancy himself a chance here to get himself back up on the podium, looking to send it up the inside of Stewart once more into turn 1, but he can't get past the Bruce Hale Racing Bentley, unfortunately, so he will remain in P6. Out in front, though, it's Barters. He's got a 1.3 second gap over Slambo in the Bentley for Games and Racing Team, and there's Sabre Nightclaw in the other Bentley for Selby Acoustics. He's up there in P3. It's good to see Lukey just holding his own up there. He's not exactly getting swamped. I think Stewart got a bit of an awkward exit out of there. He did. Let's open it up for the opportunity for HSV. A little bit of argy-bargy there, a bit of a hip and shoulder. That's going to open up for Rigsy to come around the outside here as well. So Stewart might just get mugged here. He's got loses 2 spots. He's going to come under attack from JJ Penguin, who's dragging Footnote with him as well. The Ferrari and the Lamborghini looming large behind the Bentley, the Bruce Hale Bentley. We're on board with JJ Penguin up the Mistral Straight. There's all 1.8 kilometres of it. He's getting a little bit of a tow from Rigsy, who's looking over have a look around the outside of HSV as they go side by side into signs, and Rigsy's able to sneak through there as well. So some great action. The biggest loser out of that was Stewart. He lost quite a few spots there. I think about 3 in the end. So JJ was able to slip through there, and he's got Footnote right behind him. So this is going to be a nice little battle between JJ Penguin and Footnote, and then you've got the Bentley Stew, and then we've got guys like Vic Chan and Jamie. They're down there in P12 and P13 as well. So they'll soon be looming large, but at the moment it's Barters with a 1.5 second gap over Slambo who's 2 seconds up the road from Saber Nightclaw, Sadudes, HSV, and then we got Riggsy. Oh, here we go. Footner trying to make the move. He's going to go side by side with JJ. It's going to be the battle of the late breakers as they go into turn 1. Is he able to get it done? It's a Ferrari versus Lamborghini.
Place your bets, folks.
Oh, he gives him room. JJ goes a little bit deep. Nothing wrong with that. He's going to try and sort of cut back here.
Yep, here comes Footner.
So he's not giving up on this yet. He goes around the outside now. That is the long way around.
That was super deep.
Oh,
nice.
He's got to be careful here. He's got Stu right behind him. He's got a whole gaggle of cars, including Jamie and Vic Chan in there as well. So 2 of the fastest guys in the league, right on their hammer. So you don't want to be.
And HSV and Riggsy managed to pull away. Sorry, Nick. It was.
Okay.
I think that was actually all caused because HSV centered up the inside of Riggsy into the last corner, and Riggsy lost a little bit of speed, but yeah, they obviously got very, very close on the main straight. JJ and Footner. So here comes Footner.
So he's got the toe. Here we go. He's got to. Oh no, he thinks better of it. He just pulled out there. He did back out of it. So
wow,
might have been a little bit gun shy after a race. Oh, he gets a little bit loose there through signs as well as he rode the curb, unsettled the car a little bit. JJ's going to make that Lamborghini extremely wide and very difficult to get past. But this is some great racing for the start of race 2, the sprint race of round 3. And yeah, Footner, he's going to give chase to JJ Penguin. In the meantime, yeah, Riggsy, he's in P6, so he's tucked in behind HSV there. But just keep an eye on Jamie and Vic Chan, Nige. They're down there in 11 and 12. See how far they can work their way up the field in this one. We've already gone almost 8 minutes, so time has kind of flown by here in this second race. Brenticles, he's having a look at Eagle Wind, who's also having a look at Vic Chan as well. Eagle Wind got to send it up the inside. Ooh, just pulls out at the last moment. He's got a little bit of sort of some more scars there on his on the front of that Lamborghini. Look at this, it's a trio of P&L right now. Pagny next level.
Yeah, so JB got past Eagle into Busset the last lap by, and it took Vic the entire Sector 3 to actually inch past Eagle, and of course then he wasn't quite clear until he got all the way down to turn 1, so that's why Vic has lost 2 seconds now to Jamie. Wow. So that was tough going for those boys to clear the P&L bananas.
Hang on, so here we go. So Jamie sucked into the slipstream. I'll show you in a second. Here we go. So pulls out. Oh, this is Footner and JJ just up ahead. So we've got the box seat to have a look at that as they go side by side through signs. I won't cut to it just now. Have a look at that. So JJ manages to keep the Ferrari behind him while Jamie was overtaking Stu. So he's moved himself up into P9 already. So he's on a charge in that Bruce Hale Racing green Mercedes. But it was Footner and JJ who almost swapped positions as they're coming through signs. So Footner just struggling to get past the Gamesman Racing Team Lamborghini there. The thing that I was laughing at was, unfortunately, we did lose Burrow. That's very unfortunate. But Jamie said at least it gives him a chance to hit the like button. So, hey, it's working, guys. It's working. All right. So the
that's
battle.
not a consolation, Buzzer.
No, it's not. It's not. All right. So at the front, Nige, we've got Slambo and Bartas. Bartas is in P1 in the Selby Acoustics Racing Ferrari. Slambo is all over the back of him in that GRT Bentley. And he's got Saber Nightclaw for company as well, a newcomer to the league. He is for Selby Acoustics. He's in P3. So once again, we've seen a bit of a breakaway pack, a trio, if you like. Hopefully it doesn't end in the same circumstances as we saw in race 1. And then HSV and Riggsy, they're doing their best just to catch up to this trio of cars as well. They want to join the party, the two ICR drivers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Bartas can easily hold off Slambo and then give Saber and Sadudes and HSV a chance to close back in. 19 minutes left on the clock.
Here we go. So Footner Once again, in the toe of the Lamborghini, JJ Penguin from Gamesman Racing Team. We saw him the last lap around. He just pulled out. Pulls out of the slipstream. Goes up the outside. Oh, it's side by side. Into signs. JJ manages to hold the position. This is cracking racing between these two. And Jamie would just be licking his lips behind these guys thinking, all right, you boys just keep on fighting. And I'll wait for my opportunity to pounce and move my way up a couple of spots. So good racing between those two. Footner and JJ Penguin from Gamesman Racing Team. And out in front, it's still Slambo chasing down Barters. Can he get a run on him? It's going to be Bentley versus Ferrari. It looks like Sabre Nightclaw. He might have closed up on the back of the rear wing of Slambo as well in the Bentley. So we'll see if he can close the gap a little bit. And there's Sadudes and HSV just off in the background there. But this is an opportunity for Slambo to try and rectify his poor race one. Try and get a condolence. Try and sort of just rectify his round right now. He's in P2.
Jump back on the bike, get back in the saddle, go racing, even if it is after midnight. Yeah, no, Slambo loves to race clean, so he'll be looking for a strong result and getting past Barters at some point in the next.
Let's go back to Footner and JJ. Looks like Footner got a pretty good run out of there onto the Mistral Straight. They're going to go side by side for the majority. So he does lose out.
Contact.
Oh, I think
Contact.
I saw a little bit there. Didn't quite pick it up. Oh, JJ's gone around.
Yeah,
so,
in the wall.
Once again, Footner involved with some contact there. I think it was just a little bit of a hip and shoulder from those two. And JJ's lost out big time. HSV, though, he's managed to get past the dudes. So he moves his way up into P4. Could we see HSV on the podium one more time? That would be a fantastic effort from him. He's about 4 seconds down the road from Sabre Nightclaw, who's in P3. So he will have almost half the race to chase him down. In the meantime, Vic Chan, he's moved his way up into P10. So he's just tucked in behind the BHR Bentley, Bruce Hare Racing Bentley of Stu, while his arch nemesis, if you like, Jamie, he's 6/10 just behind Footner, who I dare say Jamie might be a little bit nervous after race one and what he's seen so far in this one, just coming up behind Footner. But we'll hopefully we see some clean action between those guys. And HSV up in P4, so he's only 4.5 seconds behind Sabre Nightclaw in P3. Be very tempting for him to try and chase them down. And Slambo, he's right behind now that Ferrari, so he's closed the gap up even more. He'll be looking to get a nice run out of this sequence of corners, try and get a toe up the back straight and take the lead from the Selby Acoustics driver in the Ferrari, which is Barters. So here we go, let's watch this. Comes through 7. It's a nice run. Drive-through penalty for 305. Who's that? JJ Penguin. Track limits. Might have just been cutting some corners on the way back to the pits by the looks of it. And the Bentley can't hang with the Fezzer up the Mistral Straight, Nige.
No, absolutely can't. Nah, that's a big difference in top speed.
I think the Bentley was one of the slowest from memory in terms of top speed.
Oh, absolutely. And I think a couple of these boys, they actually put more downforce on, hoping to maximize the grip out of the corners so that they could stay with the quicker cars. But it hasn't worked out. So,
Still a long way to go.
Klaus with the mention of the halfway, but yeah, I mean, Bentley's running strong.
Oh, drive-through, Nige. Drive-through for Sadudes. That is brutal for him. JJ Penguin's got the drive-through, we saw that earlier, but Sadudes, he was having a good race. He obviously started from the front, but he was holding his own. That's very unfortunate for Lukey. That's some bad luck there for him. He's going to have to serve that drive-through penalty, as you pointed out, Nigel. Klaus lets us know it is the halfway mark. Oh, Riggsy! He got it a little bit loose off the final turn. That was enough for Footner to take advantage. He'll be able to sneak through. They're going to go side by side into turn 1. And Footner will just have to pull it up here. Let's hold it with him right now. Yeah, Footner's got the corner. So he'll take that position away from Riggsy. He's got to come under instant attack from Jamie. That is not what you want to see in your rearview mirror. With that Bruce Hale Racing green Mercedes lurking large. Jamie.
Oh, he's gone deep.
Yeah.
Riggsy's gone deep. Oh, he's pulled it up. We actually need Riggsy to hold Jamie up for a bit in order to let Vic get back in the game, who he's now got past Stu.
He's nice and close by Vic, so he's almost caught up to these guys. And Jamie's got to get a nice toe. He's got Vic's got Stu and Brenchicles behind him in the McLaren. Here we go. Let's jump on board with Jamie. We saw the in race 1, the Lexus proving to be very difficult to get past. It is the fastest car up the front straight. Does have the highest top speed.
And look at him being sucked along by the Fezzer.
Yeah. So he gets a nice little toe to add on to the top speed of that car as they go through signs. Over 200 kilometres an hour through that right-hander. Very precarious turn. Oh, no, Nige! Look at that. Number 1, Vic Chan. He's just picked up a drive-through penalty. That's massive. We've had massive swings of championship implications tonight. That means that this man on screen, Jamie, he is in the box seat as far as the championship goes with Vic. That's going to ruin his race. Slambo's race being ruined in race number 1. If Jamie's got one car ahead that's got the drive-through penalty, which is Lukey, so he'll go at one spot. He's got Riggsy just up ahead and Footner not too far after that. So if he can get a top 5 finish, this is going to be absolutely a brilliant round. It's going to be the complete opposite of what we saw in the last sprint race last season.
Totally. Yep. Jamie, you can basically rest assured that is the Drivers' Championship right there for Jamie. It's unfortunate, but there you go. That's what happens. And obviously, role reversal from last season. So stuck it out, kept it clean. There's a lot of pressure for these quick guys. They obviously feel it that they need to get past the slower guys as quick as they can. They take some risks. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't.
All right, here we go. Here's Slambo and Barters. And Barters has got a decent gap in the Ferrari on the on pretty much the slowest top speed is the Bentley, struggling to get it above 270 there, even getting a nice little toe from the Ferrari in front of him, but yeah, nowhere near to make an attack. He's got Sabre Nightclaw right behind him, but it is this trio out in front though, so similar to what we saw in the first race. These guys are doing it pretty comfortably. They're 5.3 seconds ahead of HSV, who's the other closest car. And here's Jamie trying to send it down the inside of Riggsy. And he does it. So Riggsy runs a bit wide there. And that you don't need to give Jamie a second chance there. He's able to sneak it through. Riggsy's going to try and fight back. Gets out of the marbles there, so that opens up for Vic Chan. But, did they make a little bit of contact? Vic Chan doesn't want his race to get any worse than what it already is. He has to serve that drive-through penalty very, very soon. But Jamie, this is working out brilliantly for him. But in the meantime, Barters and Slambo still battling it out for the lead here. Into turn 1. It's good under braking the Bentley, but Ferrari's pretty nimble around here as well, and Barters is doing well to hold his own. So we've only got just over 10 minutes remaining as well. This race has absolutely flown by. We had a couple of goes at it. This was take 4, and it's been worth waiting for. Hope you're all still with us. It is pretty late, Eastern Standard Time anyway. It's 10:24 p.m. I know it's close to a lot of people's bedtime, mine included. But, yeah.
Oh, Slambo's a lot closer this time. This looks...
Here we go.
Yeah, this could be different.
Nice big toe as well for the most of it. Ferrari just pulling away a little bit though.
He's not getting any toe.
Slambo would have that accelerator foot to the floor. But
that's disappointing. But that will definitely be set up because Slambo was very close out of turn 6. Held it through turn 7.
Have a look at this, Nige. Have a look at this.
Yep. Yeah, so Slambo's definitely running more downforce than the Ferrari, which means he's obviously stronger in the corners. And you can see that he's playing the strategy right. He's just trying to stay with him as close as he can out of 6 and 7, but he's going to have to be right on his bumper because it just doesn't seem like he's getting any speed acceleration increase from being in the tow, which surprises me. I'd like to know how much downforce he's got on that car.
Well, if he finishes on the podium, we'll do the post-race interviews and we can ask him. So hopefully he'll be able to tell us. But we're 8 minutes and 40 seconds away from that happening. So we've still got another good, probably 3 or 4 laps to decide this one, sprint race number 2. As these three are all battling it out, and this just takes one mistake from either Slambo or Barters.
Yep, into turn 3. Yeah, nice from Barters. So Barters knows the racing lines. He's doing the right thing. Slambo's got very good. There's another drive-through.
Yeah.
That one's for Riggsy that time. So
Riggsy, he was running up the front there as well.
Yep.
That's a disappointing result for him. Slambo ran a little bit wide there, but that's all right.
Yeah. Wow, super interesting.
That Ferrari just keeps on pulling away from him up the front straight. So nothing that Slambo can do to try and close that gap. This is looking good for Barters in the Ferrari for Selby Acoustics Racing. In the meantime, Jamie, he's moved himself up into P6. He's got the Ferrari a foot ahead of him in P5. So, Jay, I think a top 5 finish is probably optimal result for Jamie tonight. That'd be perfect for him. And a driver that we haven't really spoken about too much is this man on screen, Sabre Nightclaw, as we see Slambo having a nice little look. And that's gonna, if he keeps on fighting with Barters, that's going to open it up for Sabre Nightclaw to take advantage here. But yeah, he's driven a really nice race tonight, and we saw HSV, just a flash of the ICR orange in the background. Yeah, poor Riggsy, he was running up nice and high for him. Having a quick look at the back here, Adman, he's chasing down Jambon Sickle. We'll get back to that at the front again, sorry. Just flicked away. He can't close it up, can he, Slambo? On the Ferrari, just doesn't have the top end speed right now.
No, he's going to have to start really putting a sequence together. Starting with turn 3 now, so staying nice and close. They've got very different lines through here. So Slambo opens up turn 5, tighter apex. He's going to be a lot closer. So turn 6, this is the crucial bit. Slambo runs a little wide, but they're all a lot closer.
340, oh yeah, that's the drive-through cleared. See, he gets the nice run out of there, but then just can't. So, do you think...
If anything, Sabre's got a run on Slambo this time. Look at this.
Oh, here we go.
He's got him. Wow. So, I'm not sure how that even happened. Slambo must be running a lot more downforce. Here we go, into Sin.
So they go side by side. Nice move from Sabre. Slambo's going to fight back, though.
Sabre goes deep. He's going for the outside wide line. 50-50 at this point. Contact.
Little bit of contact. Little bit of Rubbins racing action there.
Send it.
Oh,
that
was good.
Again.
That was good.
Damn good racing from these boys.
That was beautiful racing from those two. So Slambo able to fight back. Okay, here's my theory, Nige. We had 4 goes at getting this done. Do you think there's a chance that he might have forgotten to do a setup, or he didn't do something that he did, or he used a different setup? Something like that could have possibly happened between now and the 4 goes that we had at it. Not too sure. Just a theory. Just a theory.
Anything could happen. Absolutely anything could happen. So I'd be surprised. I just think Slambo's made a decision to stick a little bit more downforce on it so he can be more aggressive through the corners. And look, he probably wouldn't have made up any positions in race 1. But look at that. He's straight onto the back of Bartis yet again. So it's obvious how quick Slambo is through sectors 1 and 3, but he's really losing out in the aero wash through 6. Can't stay close enough through 7. And that 5-6 car lengths is not remotely close enough.
Yeah.
And time's running out.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's only 4 minutes remaining. We can see just with the helicopter cam the visual difference between all 3 cars at this stage as well. So they're all sort of similar distances from each other. So hopefully this doesn't just peter out to be a processional ending. In the meantime, just having a look, so Jamie, he's still behind Footner right now. So he can't get up into that coveted P5. Having a little bit further look down the field. Adman, he's tucked in behind Jambon Sickle. So this is Bentley versus Bentley. This might be a bit more of a different story than what we've seen between Bartis and Slambo. But no, it's the same script. Adman can't pull past, so he would have been pretty. He would have been feeling good about himself starting from the front of the pack there, and that excitement would have turned to disappointment pretty quickly after the opening couple of turns of this one in race 2. So he's sort of languishing down there in P11. Would not be a happy man, but hopefully his spirits are lifted before he commentates next week for the AM1 race with Jamie, which will be streamed on RooseTube. And here we go again. Look at these 3 cars. You could throw a blanket over the 3 of them right now. These are our leaders, P1, 2, and 3, as we have less
here we go. This is it. He's super close. Oh, I see Bartis goes very, very deep into 3. Slambo's going to try and maximise the different line. Send it. Ooh. Yeah, this is very good defensive driving from Bartis. And that's, once again, from Slambo. He just cannot get the nose turned in turn 6.
Here we go. So let's have a look at the helicopter cam. Saber's a little bit closer this time.
And he's getting a very good toe. He's getting the toe that Slambo can't get from the Fezzer.
Have a look at this. We saw this earlier.
Yep. He's going to have to brake a little bit earlier this time. And he should be able to get this done. Yeah, he's done better.
Oh,
he's done much
beautiful.
Better. He's probably going to have to defend. Oh, he has to very aggressively.
Oh,
Slambo back on the inside.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to try and do the cutback here, Saber. But that's kind of what happened last time, wasn't it, on the other lap? Sort of the exact same situation. So the next time they go over, they should get the notification from Klaus who'll let us know that it will be the last lap. So.
Oh, Saber on a run.
Oh, he sent it! Oh, that was a big send, and
HSV on the podium.
Yeah,
and Footnar as well.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Well, good news for HSV. Bartis is going to walk away with this. It's the last lap. That was a massive send. I'm sorry. That was.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to take a pun and say that Saber actually lost his braking marker then, and he's made contact.
Yeah. Here we go. This is Jamie, and that's Slambo. So he's dropped quite a few spots. So this has opened it up for Jamie. This is great for his championship. That's just salt in the wound for Slambo. He would have been thinking, I'm battling it out for a victory here. I'm going to have a chance to turn my round around, and then next thing you know, he's got Jamie in front of him. This is, salt in the wound stuff for the Gamesman Racing Team driver. Bartis is the 3.3 seconds ahead of HSV. You've got to be happy for this guy. 2 podiums in a row. Footner, this is going to be a good post-race interview, Nige. We're going to be able to ask him the hard questions about what happened with him and Vic Chan. And this is Jamie in P4. So, race kind of has petered out a little bit. We've had action, but unfortunately we've had another accident that's essentially decided the podium. But Bartis, he's held his own throughout. He wasn't involved in any of that. He was able to keep Slambo behind him for the most of the way, and he's going to take out victory here. And looks like Jamie's going to finish in P4 for now. But Bartis, he's driven faultlessly in this second race. You got to be in it to win it, and he was tonight. So he's just making his way through Village. come through the left-hander of the tour and be one turn away through Virage DuPont, and he's going to take victory in race 2 of the sprint round. Round 3 is going to be taken out. Great drive from Barters. Congratulations to the Selby Acoustics Racing Team driver. He takes victory in race 2. There's the checkered flag. Congratulations, Barters. Great driving from him. Footner is going to finish P2. Jamie is on the podium in P3. What happened with... how did that happen? It's happened anyway. Slambo finishes P4. Sabre Nightclaw P5. Brenticles in 5th. Stu in 7th. Eagle Wind is going to finish in P8. I'm excited for this post-race interview, Nigel. This is going to be really juicy. Vic Chan, oh, he has had an absolute shocker. So last round in Hungaroring, he finished 7th. He is going to finish in P11. We've got someone in the party already. Just hold your horses there. Footnote, we've got to wait for the race to finish. So Vic Chan, Riggsy, and Ty Morgo is going to come across the line. But congratulations, Barters. That was a great drive from him. HSV, what happened to HSV? That's who we lost. Did it a connection issue?
I don't know whether he would have disconnected on the last lap or whether he's just jumped out of the lobby having already taken the checkered flag. If you do,
he's in the chat. I was so comfortable. 5 corners left. What happened, HSV? Let us know in the chat. That's how Jamie got onto the podium. Oh, he was second.
He was.
Oh, okay. What happened? Hopefully HSV lets us know what happened in the chat. But that is race 2 in the books of the sprint round, round 3. Nige, we are going to go to the post-race interview. So I think we already have Footner in there. Get the screen up. His power went out. You're kidding me. A power out. Oh,
wow.
That is absolutely brutal. He was on track. He was 5 corners away from a podium, second podium in a row. Unfortunate for him. That is sim racing, though, isn't it, Nigel? Unfortunately, those things do happen. So, our condolences.
Mechanical.
Yeah, our condolences to HSV.
That is straight out of the Toyota Le Mans playbook.
All right, so race 2, it was Barters who took home P1. It was Jamie in P3 and Footner in P2. We've got a couple of guys in there. Do we have Jamie? Are you there, Jamie?
Yeah, mate.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
So, qualifying P2 for race 1. You took out victory in race 1. Congratulations. How was race 1 for you? It looked like it was pretty straightforward. You had the battle there with you and Vic, and Footner was involved as well. What was your version of how it went in round 1? In race 1?
Yeah, it was a great battle throughout. It was just so tense, so close to Vic with Vic in front and Foot behind, and you could see Footner closing really rapidly up in the braking zones, and we were just trying to do our best to put some pressure on Vic, who was driving beautifully, not making any mistakes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the best run coming onto the straight, and so I saw Foot come up behind me, and so I let him kind of go, and then backed out of the fast right-hander, and I didn't see exactly what happened because I was kind of like right behind Foot's car, so I just kind of saw them both stop and slow down, and I just kind of scooted through and then just drove away.
Were you having flashbacks to Snedden last season, where your championship kind of turned for the worse and it's turned for the better this time around?
Yeah, it's kind of funny how it's worked out, really. I think both of those races is a bit of a case of how the hell did I end up here kind of moments.
Yep.
But I'm glad that I got some good results here.
Okay, and how'd you go with the restarts? We had 4 bites of the cherry on that one. How were you coping with it?
Yeah, not too bad. Just keeping an eye on what's on the chat, and as soon as it's in the server, just loading everything up and going through the same process again.
Yep.
Even though you've looked at your strategy already 50 times, just look at it again and get back in the mindset.
Yep. All right, well, mate, congratulations. It's been a fantastic round for you. 2 podiums. and that's really set your championship up for the next 2 rounds. So I don't think it could have really gone any better for you, a P1 and a P3. That's been the perfect round for you. So congratulations, Jamie. Good luck, and we'll see you in Kailami in a couple of weeks.
No worries.
Thanks, mate. All right. I think, do we have Footner in the party?
Yeah, I'm here.
My man, you know what I'm going to ask you, don't you?
I do.
What happened? Tell us. Walk us through it. What was your version of events?
So, firstly, just before I forget, condolences to HSV there. That was the hardest luck I've ever seen in a sim race.
Yep.
He deserved that. But to address the question, like Jamie said, I had a good run. I just waited for that clear right and then threw it through that right-hander. Probably one of the fastest I've taken it. I think I was 235, 236.
Yeah.
It looked like Vic had maybe lift off or just a bit of a wiggle, and I was just closing. I went from 3/10 on his bar, and I'm like, the opportunity's never going to present itself again.
Yeah.
I'll go in. I saw him come around. I jumped a bit harder on the brakes, and classic Ferrari style, I just got that little bit of a squirm at the end. I think we were looking good to go through, but I want to watch the replay. It all happened so fast, but we both jumped on Discord after and apologised to each other.
Okay.
He said, turned in normal, didn't expect me to be there, and I said, look, I was being a bit opportunistic because I didn't think you'd present the opportunity for me to pass you again. And yeah, I mean, it happened. I dialed it back and just gave him a comfortable second after that. I didn't want to put any pressure on him.
Yeah. Yeah, you redressed it. Was it sort of a bit of an adrenaline rush there as well? Do you think the kind of the red mist descended and you thought, yeah, I'll try and get a 2-for-1 here and just go for it?
Because of the line for that corner, you kind of start out wide and kind of arc it through. So I thought, there's plenty of room for 2 cars to go through. I just think it was. Everyone has their opinion. I don't think it was too aggressive, but hey, if I don't go for a gap, then it is what it is. I want to watch the replay. Yeah.
Well, you've had a good round. You finished P3 in the first race and you finished P2 in the second race. You've had a rough first couple of races in the Pro Series coming from Pro-Am. Does this give you a bit more confidence that you were up there with the big boys? You're up there with Jamie and Vic for the first race. Does that give you a bit more confidence after having a bit of a rough start to your pro career?
Yeah, it certainly does. But the practice races leading up to nights like this, we're always having some good battles. So it's been a bit of a confidence boost there to know that my times are there. I wouldn't say I'm used to this Ferrari at all. I'm on the edge every corner, every braking zone. It makes me work for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know any of the tracks we've run at so far, including the next. So the learning curves are steep, and unfortunate incidents in races have led to me having a poor start to the season.
Yeah. Well, this might be the turning point for your season, and you've managed to run up the front there. So, mate, congratulations, awesome work, and we'll see you next round in Kailami.
No worries, thanks guys. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. All right, and then do we have race 2 winner Barters? Is he in the chat, Nige?
No, he's not. For some reason, I haven't been able to get him in here. Mate, I apologise for that. I've thrown a few out to other guys, but no takers. No takers.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll wrap it up, but we'll try and we'll wait. We'll try and wait it out. We did this with Pesky a couple of weeks ago. We don't want to repeat of that. Well, Nige, what were your thoughts, mate? It was 2 really, really good races. The sprint round, I think it was an excellent choice of circuit, by the way, for the sprint round. What? I thought it was. That's honest. It was a good track for overtaking.
Mate, I'll agree with you. I'm gonna say that I think some of these things are a little bit more theoretical rather than practical, perhaps like communism even. But we'll see. Look, there's been a lot of carnage. So you know what the general consensus has been as to whether it was a good track. You know, it's like. Everyone's going to be definitely having their own perspective of whether it was, whether it wasn't, and what actually happened tonight. Because honestly, there was so much carnage everywhere that I have very little idea, apart from the obvious ones that the battles that we did see, Footnar and Vic and Jamie. But yeah, there was a lot that happened that I have no idea about. That sometime tomorrow we'll go digging through some replays and find out.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who will be going through the replays as well. But look, I think overall, once again, it was a success for the league as well. Good racing, good results. Unfortunate, I think it's been a big blow to the championship for Vic Chan, and it's been the reverse of what we saw last season with Jamie. He's looking to take a really strong foothold here, and and unfortunate for Slambo in that first race and the second race again. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty late. It's 11:15. So thanks everyone for hanging with us. Guys, tonight, thank you so much for your patience. The chat has been awesome. It's great to see everyone in there so active. We got 33 likes, Nige. That is awesome. But the main thing is that everyone had a good time. You hung in there with us, the technical difficulties that we're having. But your support is greatly appreciated. Don't forget, there's plenty of action on the YouTube channel. So, have a look around. If you want to get involved with the league, hit us up on the Discord. But that's pretty much it for here. Unless Barters is going to make a last gasp attempt. Would love to hear from him. If you're out there, Barters, let us know. But, that's...
Nah, unfortunately, mate, I haven't been able to get him.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Some nice compliments in there on the commentating for me and you, Nige. So we really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. We're going to do it all over again. We're going to do it again next week for the Pro-Am series. So stick with us. Join us once again. Same time, same place. Until then, stay safe. Take care of yourself. My name's Nick. I've been joined by Nige Guns. We'll see you next time.